Whoa, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. We are on time. We are on time. Look at that. Look what happens when people do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, welcome to the GRG podcast. We are here. We are back. It's the smaller crew tonight, which is pretty cool. A lot of people are going to be excited about that. They're going to have a lot to talk about, especially when Knuckles start going on his epic rants. So it should be fun and dandy. So let's go ahead and get to the illustrious panel. Start off with Delilah HD, or I should say Delilah High Fiber. What's going on?
What's going on? I'm excited. Looking forward to these topics. It's starting to get juicy around here with this E3 news. So
juicy.
So let's get it. I'm ready.
Let's get it. All right. And then next we go to that other matriarch, that bum wearing all that nasty ass San Francisco stuff in her picture. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if it was Rams attire, then I can understand. You know what I'm saying? But you cannot be wearing anything that's not that's in my division, you know what I'm saying, other than the Rams. Real talk. So anyway, what's up with you, Infamous? What's going on?
Hello, everyone. This is me, Lady Infamous 415, Grown Women Gaming, IntermediateGaming.com, and shout out to all them Niner haters out here in these streets who didn't go to the playoffs.
You're not seeing no playoffs unless the Rams say so.
Okay, we'll see.
We'll see. I can't wait. It's gonna be on. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, Falcons are dead. Anyway, that division is really deep, deep.
Tough.
It's gonna be tough. So anyway, let's go on to the next one. Triple Cup Chuck, what's up, man? What is this new avatar? This new picture? What's going on? That's dope, man. What you doing? He's up too.
Yeah, he gone jigging. He jigging in there.
Yeah.
That's the uptown bounce, you know what I'm saying? That stuff we do down south, way down here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Shout out to Jay Williams for that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
hey, I see you getting your voice together for the sports podcast and stuff. I see you trying to get yourself warmed up on the GRG.
Yeah, just a little bit. We'll talk about them ain'ts a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we got. I know that once it finally gets started, I know that there's gonna be plenty of people. I know Tim Dog has said, "Hey, man, he wants to pop in sometime." I know Xbot said, "I know you probably want to pop in sometime." There's gonna be probably plenty of people that is gonna come in, but man, it's gonna be really dope, and especially the cast. Got this from coast to coast, from the West Coast to the East Coast, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's really cool. Even matter of fact, got a local DJ out there in Atlanta that's going to pop in every once in a while and talk about sports. His name is Joe Coleon. You know what I'm saying? Dude I went to school with. So it's going to be really fun. But anyway, let's get on to it. 108 Dragons, what's happening? What's going on with you?
You already know, good people. The panel is popping. We about to get y'all with some great information, and always glad to be here. Always look forward to Fridays. Welcome, people.
Nice. Okay, you're gonna be kind of quiet today, huh? All right, not like last week.
I'm not doing that, King Maker.
Messy. Anyway, all right. Then last but not least, man, we got the youngin in the bunch. And that's our boy Bloody Knuckles. What's going on with you, man? What's been happening?
Hey, what's up, K-Mega, man? Just, doing my thing, man. Just still trying to recover, but getting better every day. Finally starting to be able to get back to my old self, man. Just having fun. Me and 108 went live on the spoiler cast last week, having fun with old King David from Iron Lords, man. We were going in on it. 3.5 hours, man. 3.5 hours.
Woo! Y'all doing marathon.
Yeah, we lost
marathon
time in that show because we were just going off, and by the time we stopped, we're just like, God damn.
Man,
people got to check out
if you want in depth about Infinity War, you need to watch that. I'm telling you, it's almost at 100 views, probably our highest viewed video. Like, fucking, it's surreal for me. So if you want to watch it, definitely check it out. It's 3.5 hours of fun, and plus we had the boy Jamie Moran on there, man.
Oh yeah, that's dope. Yeah, Jamie.
Jamie came out there. Yeah, he was out there for a little bit. He's a little out of his element, but he was having fun with it.
Oh yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jamie Ram, really cool dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jamie. All right. So yeah, man, I'm looking around and I'm like, I don't see nobody else. So it's kind of weird to see us be so small. But I know for a couple of us on the podcast, they're gonna love it. So anyway, let's get to it. We're pretty sure the live wire is going to be popping here with Ivanka yelling in the background probably sometime. But anyway, let's get to it. First off, let's get to the this little merger that's going on with Microsoft and Samsung, and it's a partnership where basically it's already been confirmed pretty much that Samsung is going to work on VR and AR wireless headsets. So I'm kind of wondering if this is going to be something they're going to talk about at E3. You know what I'm saying? Coming down the line here next month. And if they do, what do you guys think about Xbox now jumping into the VR market? Especially, we already know what they got with the HoloLens, but what do you think about this, Delilah?
Oh man, you know I'm a big proponent of VR, so I'm excited for it. I mean, I believe Samsung already have a mixed reality headset available for Microsoft's products already, like their PCs. Right. So this is just an extension of that relationship. And Microsoft is also they're selling the Samsung Galaxy S9 and S8 phones. So I mean, I think this is just an extension of all of that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they're gonna do with it. I hope it's like a legit, games thing where they're gonna release a wireless headset and then the game's gonna be also supported on Xbox, because I think that'll be dope. But it's all good on my side. I think like I said, I'm a big, huge fan of VR. I love my Oculus Rift. I use it consistently, so I'm all for it.
I know me personally, I'm not really into it yet. I mean, because I haven't even I've used anything after reading that report of the eye herpes. I've seen them out there. Hey man, it's a true thing, man. Them eye herpes. I don't want an eye herpes.
He said the eye herpes.
The eye herpes. It'll be country on that, man. Look. And it's a true thing because I showed the link and I made a video about it. It was at that time one of my highest videos. People was concerned. Man, people get in there, they start getting excited and they sweating on through the lens and stuff, and then that sweat get into that lens.
Blame it on the sweat. They watching porn.
That's it. Hey, no. Like, okay.
Hey, if they get it
on the report, it was a doctor's report. I left the link in the description on that video talking about the eye herpes. And so anyway, the thing of it was the people would sweat, and then nobody wouldn't wipe the lens or clean it.
See, that's why you don't.
And then when somebody else jump on it, then they would have problems, and then their eyes would get real red, and they would look like it would have pink eye or something, but it was an eye herpes. And then that was it. And it's a medical thing. So it was a trip. So that's why I haven't touched anything. I haven't when I see like my little cousins have one.
Don't share it. So I won't get no eye herpes.
Well, now extreme sweat is a venereal disease. Okay.
It's just like it's just a bacteria, man. Like you don't wipe the lens or something like that, it's gonna have bacteria on it.
That's save up money and get your own, like Delilah said, and don't let nobody touch your shit.
Okay. Well, I might plan onto it, but that's the whole thing. Face. Hey man, need sanitizer for your face, eyeballs, everything. The eye herpes is a real thing.
E3, man, y'all better be careful with those demos.
Hey man, I'm gonna have some wipes then. I'm gonna have some motherfucking wipes.
Hey, white gloves like how
they're gonna be looking, white gloves like
Magic Nelson.
Yeah, we get it. Damn. They clouded you, but we get it. We need those white gloves, bro.
Yeah, now we understand.
Like Jazzy Noob said, get some Lysol or get some Lysol disinfectant wipes to and just pass them to the squad.
I'm gonna pass some green alcohol in my backpack. Those people gonna look at me crazy. I'll pull out that green alcohol with a little napkin, little handkerchief, some
rubbing alcohol.
Rub it on in there. Like, what are you doing? Hey, look, man, you just don't understand, man. I heard this is a real thing.
I'm gonna make eye condoms. We're gonna be good.
Oh no.
So anyway, but
play it safe.
So let's go ahead and go to you, Infamous. What do you think about this partnership with Samsung? I mean, that's a pretty cool thing, isn't it? I mean, what do you think?
It's cool. It's cool because for people who like VR, they can hopefully, Xbox can bring something to the table as far as game wise. Personally, for me, I'm not too keen on VR. I tried it once last year at the Women in Gaming luncheon, but the game was not popping to me. So in order for me to get the draw to VR, it got to be some good titles, some good VR titles. Because what I heard between Fallout VR and what was it, Resident Evil 7 VR and I think Skyrim, they said that it looks a hot mess. And as long as they polish up the game wise through the VR, it could be a good experience, you know. But with, like as you say, with the eye herpes and shit like that, they just don't touch. Just don't touch. Just wait till you get your own. If you feel like take back, just save up your money. If you're really interested in getting VR, just save up your money and get your own, and don't let nobody use your stuff. Yeah. So
eye herpes.
Yeah. So
okay.
But business wise, yeah, it's a good move. Any like collaboration with another big company is always a good move. And Xbox always been known to have deals with Mountain Dew, Doritos, Tostino's Pizza Rolls, Taco Bell. Mm-hmm. So I mean, that's good. And you know, and I hope they bring something to the table.
Yeah, most definitely. I see. I got y'all concerned about the eye herpes. I knew it. I if I brought it up, y'all gonna be saying. So, what about you? What about you, Triple Cup Chuck? Man, you planning on grabbing any VR or AR, or maybe even going to like your local Best Buy or GameStop and try to mess with the VR?
I mean, me personally, I'm like one of the only people that feel like I have to stay away from this here because of. I get motion sickness on a lot of first-person shooters. Like I say, I play a little Halo, and now I play it for a little while. Now I start getting motion sickness. So, like people that's like they get motion sickness, they don't. When they see stuff like that, they try to like before we don't even want to try it. The whole concept sounds good. It might actually be good, but just the whole thing of I don't want to get sick. I mean, that ain't worth gaming to me. If I got to take a chance of getting sick. Even like people that don't get motion sickness from playing VR type games and stuff. I mean, playing regular games, but put on a VR and get sick. So my chance of that got to be sky high. So I just kind of like gonna overlook that. But the AR look like something serious. That and there was another thing where they used to have it was like those lights that come off your TV. They kind of like the
Illuminate.
Illuminate. Man. If they would have had something to do with that and the Kinect, now that would have been mind blowing. I ain't had to put nothing on my head. I ain't had to worry about what's around me. You know, so I could actually just, you know, that would have been just the truth.
Now, have anybody seen that? There was an article that was saying that Xbox was bringing back the Kinect in some way, shape, or form. It looked like it was more for business. Did anybody see anything of the article about that? It was crazy. It was all funky looking. It looked like a big chip stuck to a camera.
It's pretty much took it apart, took it out of its unit. It's going to be using it for like business applications and things like that. They're going to reuse the technology somewhere else within the company. Which is that's what you do with when you have like R&D and stuff like that have put so many resources into Kinect. You don't want to waste those patents or waste all that you've accumulated over the years. So it's just a smart move by them to let shareholders know that look, we reappropriating the resource that we spent on creating Kinect to do something that's useful in the business. That's all it is. It's more PR than anything.
And that's a very good point.
Kinect is the most advanced webcam ever made in the history of webcams, besides it not being 4K.
Right.
Technically, it's the best thing on the market. They just didn't utilize it properly, and neither did the developers, because there's no webcam you could buy on PC right now that even do half the stuff that Kinect do.
Yeah. It was a very ahead of its time, and I did see that article about businesses using it, because I see that a lot of the Kinects they actually sent to like hospitals to use for surgeons and operating rooms, because the fact that the way that it reacts to the motion, the hand motion controls that they have it tied to, because a lot of hospitals use Windows and stuff like that. It allows them to move cameras, or if they have scans for like whenever they're doing operations, it allows them to manipulate the camera and what they're looking at without needing to touch anything. So it helps them to stay focused on the operation, as well as be able to do that without having to dirty any instruments or tools or have to constantly be changing gloves. So it's proved that it does have a practical application, especially in something that's so necessarily as big like medical.
It could definitely 3D print your ass.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure about that. So let me go to you. Since you already was talking, Knuckles. Let me It wasn't you. I'll go to you last. Look at you already get started. No, Knuckles. What do you think about this merger, about the VR and the AR?
About the partnership in it? It's a great thing because one, Samsung's already been kind of pushing their aspect with the VR. I actually have the Samsung Gear VR headset when I got my Samsung 8 last year. And I love it. It's fun to do. It is definitely something that with VR is definitely something to do for little bits at a time. I don't get motion sickness like Chuck does, but I do get migraines from playing it for extensive periods of time because you got to think that is a high resolution lenses real close to your eyes directly. So you're having basically screens like 2 inches in front of you that are creating that. But it is a great thing. You know, we've seen Microsoft really want to push the mixed reality, and I'm glad that we're seeing more of the AR. I'm glad that they're partnering with Samsung because as a big tech company, the partnerships that they've had with Samsung have been great. You know, I got during the partnership for the Xbox One and what with Samsung, you know, I got a Samsung TV, 4K, one of the QLEDs, and been loving it. And with them saying that, you know, Samsung's going to take the base of what HoloLens is and really push for those wireless headsets. What we're starting to see others trying to do, you know, Oculus or HTC Vive just is working on those like wireless battery packs to go on the back of the headset so you're not hooked up to the computer and a power source the whole time, so you're not tripping over wires.
Right.
And I mean, that it's what Microsoft's been pushing for with VR. You know, Phil Spencer has come out multiple times saying he likes VR, he likes the concept of VR, but he didn't want to use headsets with the One or the One X because of the fact that he wanted it to be more mobile, to be more useful without all the constant wires and everything. He wanted to see it in a better place. So with them partnering with a tech company like Samsung, it only pushes the show that they do have that drive for VR. They do want to push more of that mixed reality and AR and all that kind of stuff. And I hope that we do see it come into fruition with the Xbox, because I mean, Samsung with their gear and stuff, they're already partnered with Oculus. Oculus has a wide range of games, and if they have that partnership, maybe they can open up the Oculus store for people who have Oculus accounts to be able to bring over their games that can be played on the Xbox with those Samsung virtual reality helmets. I mean, it's definitely plausible, and it just shows the further progression that they want to make with this.
Absolutely. So what about you, 108 Dragons? This partnership, and Jazzy Noof in the chat said that, you know, Microsoft and Samsung has been working together ever since the 360. Yeah. So what is you
touch on that?
And then also the one thing I think that hasn't been addressed yet is that these headsets will be wireless. Something that I heard that a lot of PlayStation fans said it was somewhat of a nuisance, but you know, over time that they get over it. But we're talking about a wireless headset. Where are you at on this?
Well, Samsung and Microsoft always had a great relationship. On the PC side, the Oculus is the Samsung Odyssey mixed reality headset is the best headset you could buy on the market. We talking about visual 2K per eye. We talking about all the hardware you need. You don't even need a powerful graphic card anymore, because all the hardware basically is in the headset. You know what I'm saying? So that means lower end PCs could run these things. I think the partnership is good, man. And for me, myself, I think virtual reality is the shit. Only thing I have a problem with is the developers are making half behind games. You know what I'm saying? Instead of making these tech demos or these 5-minute games, or, you know, games that you go on, it seems like a super demo. That's the only thing wrong with VR, because VR right now is ready for the mainstream. They don't have a killer title to push these VR headsets. I thought Valkyrie was going to be one of those titles.
Oculus, man, you know, Oculus have their own exclusives and stuff like
right.
that. They got some amazing games on.
I mean, there. True, but they're still not really talked about. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's true,
I really appreciated Oculus and even the Vive, but I really felt they was out of touch because everybody needed a 970, 1070 just to start to touch that. That's high. That's mid-range to high-end graphic cards, which eliminated 90% of the market. You know what I'm saying? So with the virtual reality headset, everything is in a headset and it don't need those high-end PCs. Now you bring everybody in. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's a wonderful thing, man. And like I said, the developers got to make solid titles. You know what I'm saying? It's like, go ahead.
was gonna say, well, you know, Oculus just released their $200 headset,
Right?
So they're trying to bring the price point down to get more people into them. Now it's nowhere near like an HTC Vive or anything like that, but it's getting crazy because shoot, I even believe Vive just released their wireless headset. I mean, everybody's
and it's over the top. Like the Samsung headset for the mixed reality is the most expensive for the mixed reality. It starts at $499, but the other ones are $299 and $399. So those are even down. You know what I'm saying? It's like what I said about the PlayStation VR headset in the beginning. I said for $500 they got to be crazy because first of all, it's a low res debacle. You understand? But if you drop the price, it gives you the same feeling as the most expensive headsets. It just doesn't give you that visual. And I say this 100 times on my channel. I'm going to purchase the PlayStation VR this year because at that price point, you're getting bang for buck. But if it's $500, at $500, it doesn't compare to the other ones. But like
hold on, let me pay the bills right fast, and you know what I'm saying, and hopefully, and let me do this because somebody's out here listening like he's on that white lines because he keeps sniffing that yagum. You know who that is? What's up with your live wire? What's happening?
Chilling, man.
Oh man, you sound tired. Anyway, let me pay the bill.
Oh wow, he's tired.
Yeah, he's tired. He's paying the bills. Anyway, big shout out to Mr. White. You know what I'm saying? He over here saying shout out to GRG. Oh, listen to this. Oh, let me do this. I need to give me some GRG after dark music because he says the beautiful ladies, infamous in HD.
Oh.
How are you ladies doing tonight?
Really? He didn't say all that. That wasn't.
I am available anytime that you want to talk about gaming. On my gamer tag is. All right, so let's go. I need to come.
Thank you, Mr. White. We appreciate that, Barry.
So anyway, don't have the Fonzarelli voice, but still, you know what I'm saying? It'll work. It'll kick.
You'll never have the Fonzarelli voice.
Stop it. God, HD would be. Fonzarelli was like, hey, everybody. And then, oh, God, see, Fonzie.
His voice is on point, though. Come on.
Do another first game, Megan.
Big shout out to Fonzie, man. Big shout out to Fonzarelli, man. Good dude. Anyway, so go ahead and finish.
Now, what I'm saying is, the market. If you want to push VR, there's no single title that you must have in VR for VR to jump off the shelves. That's what they're looking for. That's why everybody's aiming. Like I said, I thought it was going to be Eve's Valkyrie because that game is crazy in VR.
Robo Recall on Oculus. That jump is true.
Yes,
really.
But but it's not. You know, they need a Halo. They need a God of War type game. They need something to make people say, "I have to purchase."
Games, though, like
but I'm gonna tell you, the #1 hit on VR to purchase is goddamn Resident Evil 7. That game is amazing.
I'm not trying to have
my favorite game on the goddamn on that VR is don't everyone keep talking or nobody explodes. That game is hella fun.
Well, when I get the PlayStation VR, I'm looking to spark up my Wipeout because everybody keeps saying that is crazy in VR. Yeah. But I know Resident Evil, I played it. Lady, I'm telling you, Resident Evil, you can look around the cracks of the chairs. It is crazy, and that's on a PlayStation. It looks crazy.
I played it on the Xbox, but not the VR though.
No, you got to play that game in VR on the PlayStation. I ain't talking about the high-end systems. That was the first game I said, this is the only way to play this game. That game is crazy in VR. Crazy.
Cool. All right. Well, what about you, Livewire? I know that you came in a little bit late, but basically this was the merger between, or the partnership between Microsoft and Samsung, and they're going to work on VR, AR wireless headsets. And I was wondering what you thought about that. Is that a good move? Or are you ready for VR to come to the Xbox?
As long as it's not terribly expensive, it's good with me.
Okay, so what's the price point? Give me, because
I was just about to say that.
No more than $300.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I thought you were gonna say about 125 because you go over buying Similac.
I mean, I understand it's a peripheral, but I you know, for me personally, I probably jump in at $250. You know, because You know, I mean, realistically, how often do I really plan to play VR? For me, with a kid running around, probably not that much. Because that means that the only time I get to play it is like when she sleep. I can't be like, you know, we're supposed to be watching her in VR world. You know what I mean? Like, this shit don't make sense. I'm just being honest. I mean,
I know. I'm just saying. I mean, being a daddy, especially a new daddy, you know what I'm saying? Bianca needs all your time.
What do you mean? You don't want to just jump in the world of VR? Well, my daughter's over there choking on whatever. She done picked up something. But like, nah, babe, you gotta understand. I was in VR. I was really caught up. She'd be like, nigga, get the fuck out.
Yeah, you'll be done.
Yeah, you'll be done. Yeah, you'll be done. You'll be done. So you would, and you know what? Let me ask you guys your price point. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Live said 300. Where are the rest of you guys at? What's up the right price
for VR?
Yeah, for VR
plus tax included, man.
Yeah, 300 is good, man.
Yeah, 300, 350 max.
Yo, listen, 300 with a game. Yo, I'm telling you, that's why I said I'm on a PlayStation. 500, you must be crazy. How you gonna have a headset worth more than the console?
Yeah, just think about that. The PlayStation VR was $500, the same price as the Xbox One X, the most powerful console ever made, Jack.
And it's coming with wands from 8-9 years ago. Hell no.
I mean, that's what killed it for me. I tried it like before I got the Oculus. I tried the PlayStation VR with the move controller. Man, no, it just kept jumping around. It wasn't optimized.
I don't want to bang nobody in the head, but you can't get the 360 experience with the PlayStation because they only got lights on the front of the headset. Facts. So you don't even get the whole VR experience.
Yeah,
drop the price. I can deal with that, but not the same price as no Vive and no Oculus, and you ain't getting the same experience. I don't think so. Not for my money.
Yeah, the Vive is definitely the best one I've ever used, but I absolutely love Oculus. I think for me, it's the controllers what that comes with the Oculus. Well, the touch controllers that you can get for the Oculus that makes the Oculus fantastic. I mean, because man, it's 1-to-1. Like,
and the mixed reality, they copied that. But the only thing I don't like about the Vive is the setup is incredible. You got to have a power for each cube and. It's crazy.
Well, you need a power for each thing for Oculus, but with same thing with the HTC Vive but it's like easier to do the HTC Vive though. You don't need the USB ports, but you do need the power, but you don't need USB ports.
So. All right, cool. So all right, yeah. I mean, maybe, just maybe. You know what I'm saying? If I get a chance to go into another Best Buy to go get something, and I see the VR up there, I'll make sure that I have my handkerchief. You know what I'm saying? With my prayer package and some alcohol, green alcohol, and I'll make.
You don't get eye sperm. I mean herpes.
No, I'll get that eye herpes. I don't want that eye herpes, Jack. No. I ain't put my head on. I ain't never even used one. Even with the Samsung phones, I've had a couple of cousins had them Christmas, and I wanted to use it to see what it's like. And I just said, no, I can't trust this. No, I can't trust this.
It gives you a better experience than a PlayStation VR. Because it looks better.
Skyrim and all that. Man,
I got it with my SA Plus, and it come with that little wand. It looks graphically better than the PlayStation version, and I'm not lying.
And that's because of that resolution from that screen on the phone.
Yes, it's way better. I said, damn, this is crazy. And I got this for free.
Yeah, I got that for free with all the games that it came with. And those games are fun, man.
That's why I got it too.
Yeah, but if you want right now, if you want like an affordable experience, you could definitely go with the Gear VR. But you also can get the Oculus. They literally just released their new one. Their low.
But you know what, Delilah? Explain to me. What does that hook up to? Does it hook up like the
Nothing. It's untethered. It's completely untethered.
Does it hook up to the rest of the Oculus stuff?
Yeah, you can still play like it's got its own set of games. It won't support like a lot of the really big AAA games that's on there. So that's the only negative. But man, I mean, you could still get that same experience. Like it's definitely very good for like watching movies and stuff like that.
See, that's what the one thing I would like to do is to watch a movie on there, especially and would love to play Forza. Like, you have to have the Forza games on lock.
Let me tell you. So, you all know I have an Oculus. I mean, I've said it 1,000 times, but whatever.
I know.
You know how you can sync up your Oculus up to.
I got an Oculus. What you got, Mick?
Well, no, I was just
nothing.
I'm talking about but No, but you can sync up your Oculus Rift to your Xbox and like stream your Xbox games to your headset.
Yep.
It's
crazy.
Really?
Oh, really?
You just don't get the full motion of the head movement.
That's true.
Yeah,
Play your game. But it's like you playing it on a 300,
right,
300-inch screen. It's ridiculous.
That's crazy. Oh yeah, I think I seen like that. What was it, a couple of years ago where they were showing where they're advertising at E3 a couple of years ago.
Yeah, you can definitely use it. It's definitely
look, I've never. I said that I wasn't interested in it too much. I mean, the PlayStation price was too high. I know that they become more affordable, and I haven't got the Resident Evil game yet. You know what I'm saying? I need to go ahead and copy because everybody loves it.
Dope,
right? It's really good, but that's not going to be the first game that I would play on it. So I don't know, but it'll probably be the best. But let me get something soft and lenient. I don't want something where I could
got Lucky Tails.
Where I break my television or something or throw. Hey, Lucky Tails,
a heart attack on that.
Yeah, have a heart attack.
They got some, it's crazy because they got some really good games on there.
They do.
Like because you were saying how you feel like there's no real AAA type game that's gonna mass appeal. I think, man, if they did something that's like really appealing to kids and stuff like that, it'd really drive it up. Like for instance, Fortnite is like the hottest thing right now. So
that'd be crazy.
Something with Fortnite.
I think if they did a simple game like Five Nights at Freddy's on PC and VR,
I could see that.
It would overcooked or something like that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
But they already got stuff like that. That's the thing.
Even Minecraft, make a VR version. It'd be
well, they do. I know I've seen with the AR with the Minecraft, which was bananas.
Yeah.
With the AR, but the AR is $5,000. So I mean, and it's not even out.
It's down to $3.
Oh well. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, let's move on to the next topic, man. VR. Who would have thought that we would have been talking about VR this long? Anyway, let's get on to another room. Well, this isn't the partnership between Samsung and Microsoft isn't a rumor, but this is a rumor. This is a huge rumor. When I posted this out there, Chuck and Knuckles went crazy over this. But okay, so basically, there's this business analyst that's been doing this for 40 years. He worked for Wall Street, and he was also a publicist at the Rolling Stone. And his name, let me look and see what his name is. His name is, hot dang it, Porter Bibb. And Porter Bibb said this.
Is he related to Porter Rock?
No, he's not. He is talking numbers, so I don't know. He might have some relation to Porter Rock. But anyway, he said Microsoft to buy Netflix is going to happen. He didn't say this might happen, this could happen. He said it is going to happen. He has put himself out there. He is kind of like, I guess, turned himself to a Michael Pachter. He said it is going to happen. The reason why he says this is because because Google and Apple, they're doing such a good job with their streaming, and they want to, and Microsoft doesn't have anything like that yet. So what they want to do is to go ahead and they have the capital to buy Netflix, which that would be a crazy amount of money if they could. That it would also get them into the space to where they can start doing their television streaming on top of their gaming streaming and turn it into a service to where they could give it out to, all over the place. So basically, this could be a potential to where if you have Xbox Live, this is a better incentive because you'll have Netflix on there. Now, of course, like I said, this is a rumor. This is from this ex-Wall Street analyst. But man, let me go to you, Knuckles, and let me get your thoughts about this. Do you even think that this is even a possibility? And if it is, what would be the potential behind it?
Well, like we went off in the chat about when we saw this, is that this is absolutely a possibility because we know that Microsoft is expanding all the way around because they see streaming both movies, with content like that, with movies, TV shows, and stuff like that. They know that's the future. They see that even with games, they've been pushing for that. We've seen them pushing with cloud, with their cloud division, wanting to push game streaming forward. They've also still had a very, very heavy set with wanting to pursue and try and maybe take a second attempt at doing their TV shows and everything that they wanted to do before at the beginning of the generation. You know, they wanted to bring that aspect. So them picking up one of the biggest streaming services out there can help to give them that place, because you know they've talked openly multiple times about, you know, some of their services wanting to be like Netflix. If they had Netflix and see what they've done, they can get that understanding, they can get that base and really push, because one, this will allow them to say, hey, we want to do shows, people want shows about our games, we could put it right here, and that'll allow them to bring in just another service and more aspect of what they can do with it, because of the fact that how heavily established Netflix has made itself over the past, what, almost 10 years when it came out. You know, it started out with just having everything, and then, you know, it slowly lost some of those things, but it started making its original content, with them being able to really see that aspect of what they did to really build up. They'll have that understanding for knowing what they could do with gaming to really push that. It helps to tie into what they've wanted to do over the past, you know, 5-10 years that they've really been pushing for, and what we're really starting to see as the future. They have that insight on, you know, knowing what's coming, looking at all those trends and really paying attention. Them making this kind of acquisition wouldn't be too far-fetched in the realm of possibility, because we've noticed how much they are actively looking at Netflix so many different times, and they've talked about it. Even not Satya Nadella has mentioned Netflix having been an inspiration for some of their services. So why wouldn't they want to take it?
All right. Well, okay, let me add a little juice to the cup. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go to you, Triple Cup Chuck, and check this out right here. This is something very interesting. As this guy keeps going on, Mr. Bibb, you know, Porter Bibb, he says it may seem far-fetched, but there is some history between CEO Reed Hastings and Microsoft. Up until 2012, he was on the board at Microsoft, a position he held for 5 years, then leaving to focus more on Netflix. So Triple Cup, hey man, there's some ties here. There's a little thing going on, some rumblings. What do you think, and what could this mean for Microsoft to acquire them? What could you see with this?
All right, check this out. Beforehand, I want to warn all opponents. If you're not seeing what's going on right now, if you're not seeing all the stuff that's going around with Microsoft, the power of the cloud, with this Netflix deal, if y'all not around to know that next generation, Microsoft is going to have the biggest and the baddest thing that's going to be ever invented and going to blow your minds. You think they're not going to do that? Watch them. But this is how I'm thinking about this situation right here with this Netflix thing. I mean, just so many different ways you could they could implement this. I mean, they got the people, the way they format their stuff on Netflix. They could take that and put it on the Xbox to show them how to work Game Pass. And then, you know, say at the same token, you got the people that's with the games with gold, be like, boom, put Netflix on there. Everybody with game with gold, they got Netflix. And now they could do, because see, Netflix, if you don't know this, they got some movies that's on Netflix that you could kind of control yourself. So while you watching the movie, you can have it, you can select to make it do like A or B. They say, do you want to fight this person or run? And you could choose run, or you could choose fight, and, you know, say you can get killed, stuff like that. You can rewatch shows where you got different outcomes already on Netflix. And now just go look for the ones with the little key lock on it. So that'd be like a perfect fit for them to be able to come into under the umbrella of Microsoft and already have a format laid out, and they can share information. Man, sharing is caring, and I'm telling you, this is going to be some amazing stuff right here. Watch them.
Well, just the tie-in between. See, first when I read the article, I was kind of like, "Come on!" And big shout out to my boy, Mr. Thomas. Man, he always sending me stuff. And Frank Thomas, man, he's always sending me stuff, and you know what I'm saying. And sometimes I can't reply because I'm at work, and I would like to reply to him every time that he gives me stuff, but I'm always checking it out. And when I saw this, I was like, "Oh, come on, Frank, don't give me this." And so then I looked at it and I read it, and I'm like, "Whoa, wait a minute!" That the one thing about this, because but the tie-in between a former you know what I'm saying, a former Xbox employee that's now at Netflix. And, you know, if you go to the MCU, or I should say Disney, Fox deal that's been going on, there was the same type of tie-in, because one of the people that was at Disney went to Fox or something like that, somewhere like that. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but there was some tie-ins where there was a former employee that was working, and then they helped make that merger. So this is not a realm out of the possibility. So what about you, Infamous? Where are you on this?
Okay,
if it would be dope.
Okay, with Netflix, I mean, it is good. It was good if Microsoft do buy Netflix, it would be a good thing. But will it add additional cost to the consumer? Because you have to think about it that way. If you what's gold for a year? What $60, $70?
You can get it for 30. You can get it for 30, 35 bucks. Yeah.
Okay.
You get it on the low, on the cheap places. Yeah, if you know.
Okay. If you don't know, like the average consumer spend the full price on gold,
$60. Yeah.
So if you have a service like Netflix, would it increase the membership? I think about it like that as well, because for Microsoft to own that company, I mean, I hope it don't. I personally hope it don't increase.
They could treat it like LinkedIn. When they acquired LinkedIn, they acquired them and then they didn't touch you. They like, y'all do what y'all do, but we own y'all. You know what I mean? It could be like that.
Well, there's been a lot of rumors just on Netflix alone that they were eventually looking in about another 5 to 7 years that they were going to raise the prices to $20 a month. A lot of people were like, oh, hell no. But see, if they acquired by Microsoft, then that would still alleviate costs to not where it would get to $20. And matter of fact, it probably might even keep it at the price that they have, just for the people that are concerned about consoles or anything like that, and just want to get Netflix. It could be beneficial for them to be acquired, because they can still keep their prices at a minimum, because Microsoft has got paper like that to where it's not going to really affect their bottom line that much, if you know what I'm saying, not to raise prices.
Yeah, and another thing is good as well, if they do acquire Netflix and they leave it like it is, the extra income could be beneficial for Microsoft and Xbox as well.
Absolutely.
They can get extra money to go to more things for Xbox, maybe more developers, maybe more games. And a lot of people don't understand that it's about the games, but it's the business as well. And how you gonna know the game if you don't know the business about it? You just basically, you just talking shit at times, So you have to, like, as far as me as an individual, you have to look at all sides of the spectrum. I think it's a good thing. I hope they don't increase the gold membership. And if they don't, I hope that the extra revenue that comes from Netflix can go towards maybe some more games, some new IPs, some better stuff for Microsoft. Personally, Xbox.
Okay, cool. All right, what about you, Delilah?
Yeah, I have the same sentiment. I feel like if they do acquire Netflix, great, because as a shareholder, I'm happy. But I feel like they should buy if they acquire them, they should leave them alone. Like, buy them, own them, and let them do their thing, because what they have done has been working for them. So that's how I would approach it. I wouldn't want them to try to change it or to put their own stamp on things. Just let Netflix be Netflix, even though you're like the parent company. Outside of that, I want them to focus more on the gaming front. I don't really care too much about whether they own Netflix or not. I want to see what they're gonna do as far as investments on the gaming front, because that's personally what I care about the most.
Okay, all right. Well, before I get to you, Livewire, I will go to you last, Dragons. I want to ask you this. What do you think, how much would it be to acquire them? That was very intriguing to me when I was reading on this article. How much do you think, Delilah?
Man, I don't know. I don't know, man. I would say easily like $100 billion.
Yep, that's exactly the price. They said anywhere from 100 to 124 billion. And in the article, it also stated that I know, and that's what's crazy, because they said that's disposable cash out of Microsoft's just back fund. Like, they can play that in just right there. They'll just write the check and we out. I'm like 120 billion, 100,
insane, and they're gonna make that money back in like 5 years, which is crazy.
Maybe even quicker with that if they implement Netflix with Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not going to take away Netflix from PlayStation or from Nintendo or for any other platform that it's on. You know what I'm saying? It's going to still be everywhere. It's going to be kind of like a streaming.
It'll be Netflix.
Yeah, it'll be Netflix. It'll be everywhere. They're not going to touch it. They're going to just be touching the market.
I don't know.
What do you mean, K? This is going to be Microsoft exclusive. They shouldn't let nobody have shit.
They should let nobody have nothing. It should stay Xbox.
The behemoth you are.
Be the behemoth that you are. Don't let nobody touch Netflix anyway. What's up with you, Ryan?
They mess with Netflix.
Don't be messy. Don't be messy. You gonna get people shot up in here. Anyway, what do you think?
Do you know what their market value is? Like,
I think Jazzy said they're trading at $326 a share. Gross
that's why
quarterly profit is 1.5 billion.
Yeah, but they closing in a market cap that's why they would cost that much.
Well, that dude that came
market cap is 150 right now, 150 billion. And that typically indicates, and that's what I was trying to get people to understand, that typically indicates how much a company is like worth, like to buy them completely. It would be 100 because that's what they have to pay back all the shareholders if they was to, let's say they go out they had to pay anybody who has made investments into that company. It will cost them about that much to pay everybody because people have bought shares. Netflix is a publicly traded company, so people have bought shares and stock. So to pay all those people back if they had to, let's say something happens, that's what it would take, and that's how they measure market cap. And it's at 150 billion, which is insane. Which Microsoft would probably negotiate a cheaper price than that, but still.
That's why they said anywhere from 100 to 124 billion. And look, also they would probably pay on taking out some debt. You know what I'm saying? Any type of debt. I don't think Netflix is having any debt right now.
Netflix ain't got any new debt.
In 2022.
Well, Netflix was in a bad spot before the gentleman that left Xbox to go take it over. They were in a bad spot, and then so he absolutely turned it around, and it was a big turnaround, and there was a big problem back then. I remember because they started to taking away the discs that were coming to your house, and going straight digital, and there was a lot of people that was upset about that. But of course,
change
over time, people just got adjusted to it. So, all right, let me go to you live. What do you think about this rumor from this Wall Street investor?
I think it's it's interesting. Is it possible? Sure, especially if you're talking about only 100 million. That's nothing.
Billion, you mean?
Billion.
Right. Oh, Jesus, that's a lot of money.
hey, you act like a million ain't nothing, Jack. Oh man, I can make $1 million just.
No, I said
Microsoft. That's no money.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they could do it. I mean, they'll make a shit ton of money off of it. If it makes money, it makes sense, So I mean, if they want, that's what they want to do. If they really want to. Put that in their back pocket, be part of their portfolio. I mean, as far as for me, I just hope that they give us dope packages for people that utilize
everything.
Services. No more of this. I don't want to have to pay for Game Pass separate and then Xbox. Like, give me the all-in-one inclusive deal for whatever, 100 or 150 a year. Whatever.
150 be kind of steep, Jack.
Bro, how much you think it's for, dog?
If you would get Game Pass and also
Xbox Live.
Okay, Xbox.
No, that's more than everything separate though, because it's 64. It's 64 a year for gold, 64 a year. No, that's 124 a year.
120.
Yeah. And $16 right now for Netflix.
Not for
the year. That's for a month.
How many people use Netflix? That'll be the answer.
Yeah.
That'll tell you whether it's worth the investment.
Somebody in the chat, go ahead and do that investigation. I'm not going to do all that. My computer's working fine. My mic is working fine. I ain't doing all that moving around.
I ain't gonna put in all that effort.
I gotta check, man. Okay, it's 100. According to this article from 2017, which is probably higher than that at this point. But no, here's a more recent one. It's 118 million subscribers.
How many?
Insane.
How many?
118 million.
Woo! So okay, look, $150 package. That just seems steep a year.
All right, but you got,
but if you do 120, you know what I'm saying, which is crazy because that's only like maybe $30 less. But $120, $125, that'd be a perfect package.
But you got to factor in. I got to factor in
dollars plus Netflix and EA access.
Yeah.
Y'all
they can't package EA.
They can't package. They can't package
EA. I'm just saying, even if you just do Game Pass and Live, it's a $180. Y'all bugging. Like 150 is the number. Yeah. I'm taking that.
Well, I mean, you also got to factor in if Microsoft does make this deal, that at least maybe 800,000 people are going to cancel their Netflix automatically because they hate Microsoft.
No, they're not going to do that. Stop.
No, there'll be people that won't even know. You know what I'm saying?
No. But Ken, we just said it was 100 million. I just said 800,000 billion. I'm just talking about the people that are diehard ponies.
They love
their TV just like anybody else. Man.
This goes beyond that shit, dude. This is talking about millions of consumers worldwide.
Right.
Not every one of them knows every little thing. They're not going to be concerned just because
someone else. I was making a joke. God damn. Y'all loosen up. What the fuck is going on?
I thought you was talking facts.
I said 800,000. That's about as many people that are like we would say on the high end of all those people that troll on the internet.
It'll take Microsoft was to make this Netflix deal. Let's hypothetically, I love this stuff, right?
Right.
So if Microsoft was to make this deal, hypothetically, it would take them 5 years to make that money back.
Woo! That ain't nothing, Jack.
Right.
Well, they went beyond expectations with Minecraft. They did it in 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the way that Microsoft would market it would be genius because look, maybe their marketing has been trash for Xbox, but their overall marketing for everything else has been stellar.
Home runs.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if they would market that in a package deal, yeah, I know.
Let's treat Xbox like the redheaded stepchild.
Well, we're gonna talk about that here in a second. But the thing of it is, right here is that they would make a sweet deal because they will go ahead and that's why I know that it wouldn't be $150 a year for their package. I think it would be maybe anywhere from 100 to 120 to 120 there. Therefore, everybody that would look at it, they would think that that's the perfect sweet spot. Plus the fact that you can find deals on Xbox Live, you can find deals on EA Access, even though I know EA Access is a whole nother entity, but you can go to different places and find different discounts for stuff. And if you don't think that there'll be discounted packages out there for Netflix for people to go ahead and think that they're winning, only thing that Microsoft wants you to do is to be joint with them in their infrastructure. They don't care about how you do it. They just want you to do it. So anyway, Dragons, what do you think about this rumor from this guy? And could this be possible for one? And what would be the benefits for even Xbox? What would be the benefits for Xbox?
I don't really believe it's a benefit for Xbox. It's just
I see a lot of benefits.
But listen to me. Not in terms of gaming. I think as a notch on the sleeve, I think it's a good option. You know what I'm saying?
I think it would be because then we go back to where the roots were. Remember that they had the gaming studio, movie studio, and they were going to implement a lot of TV incorporated into their games, but it got shut down. If they acquire Netflix, they can go and get any producer or wherever they want. Right. Yeah, they can go to them like Delilah was saying. Let them, and Infamous said the same thing. Let them be them. Don't tinker, but just say, hey, look, I have a Gears that I want a Gears episodic show to make, or I want a Halo.
Let they do how they do in Marvel.
Yeah. Right.
You're definitely right. That would be a bonus, and that would be a good look. But I know one thing Microsoft does that people don't pay attention to. They always investing in something. They're making money from their competitors.
Right.
They stay rotating that money, and people don't really pay attention to that. But on touching on a few points that y'all made, you know, Microsoft could do what they want to do. That's when people be like, "Oh, they should quit." You know, this, that, and the third. People don't understand how important Microsoft is to the industry and what they bring to the table. They are the innovators of the business, man. They definitely different. And they bought Netflix. Either way, I'm gonna watch Netflix. It's not really like a, oh my god, this is gonna happen.
Right.
Because I'm about the games, but you know, if you're gonna give me a great Gear series out of this or a Halo series, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? I love the Netflix exclusive series, and they are the juggernauts of the business. It's like when Amazon bought Twitch. Only thing I was happy is about I'm getting free content, and I'm a Prime member now on Twitch. So they just blended it in for the same price I'm paying at $100 a year. So if they do something like that, that's good for me because I'm paying for Netflix till I die.
Right. And that's well, go ahead. I'm really with that. If they're gonna buy Netflix, make it part of my $60 subscription. So, right.
That would be nice, though.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
That would be nice. And to me, that would bring in more of Xbox Live people. You know what I'm saying? Because of the facts of like, oh, I can just get this Xbox Live. I got an Xbox already. And then like if they give a package deal to where, hey, you buy an Xbox, you get Netflix for a year for free.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's going to sell itself. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, you know what I'm saying? They tap that, they put that on the Xbox One S. You know what I'm saying? That's going to move units. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you can put it on the X. That's going to move. Yeah, that's going to move units. I see L Boogie in the chat. He's always saying Xbox. He says, I need Xbox related news. Listen, this can all be related to this because that was the point. This was off of a gaming site. This was off of Applied Gamer. So you can go look it up yourself and see that this was game related because this was all enticed to what was going around. What's going around with Microsoft that's going into Xbox.
Get back to the games, please.
Yeah. And also Nutella, he had a speech, I guess, this week, and he was basically saying that Microsoft is basically going to put Windows on the back burner and focus on everything else. So that's really huge. Like Windows has always been kind of like the forefront of Microsoft. They're saying we're going to go another direction. We know, their number one selling thing is Azure, however you say that. Their streaming center. Yeah, Azure, the servers, but if you know what I'm saying, where I was called a liar, Xbox is surpassing and has surpassed for the last 2 years Windows. So it's all incorporated, buddy. This company, Microsoft, is wanting to have everything be in line, man. So they want to take over the world. They want to stop Google and they want to stop Apple.
You gotta throw that pinky finger to your chin. They just made $7 billion.
So let's get to the gaming. Let's get to the gaming news then, since we ain't talking about gaming news. Gaming news.
Yeah, you chop up my stuff again. We gonna have a talk.
Stop it. Anyway. Okay, so EA, they came with they had some kind of conference, or not conference. They had a conference call or whatever. They were talking about their on the line. They talked about the health in the console market, and they said 103 or 130 or some consoles altogether were going to be sold. And so if you break down the math, it seems to be that the Xbox One X is not the One X, but the Xbox One has only sold around 29 to 30 million copies, or I shouldn't say consoles. So now, first off, I'm gonna go to you, Chuck, first, and get your thoughts on this. Do you think that those numbers are accurate? Because the media has run with it, fanboys has run with it. They're laughing. They're saying, "Oh, it's terrible, 30 million." And if it's true, and it's 30 million, what do you think that caused the problem for them to only sell 30 million in basically almost close to 5 years? And should Xbox release their numbers to show the accuracy, because they also said that those numbers were inaccurate.
I mean, just think about it. It's Microsoft show you, but they don't show you on that scale. That they show you on a different level when they show you like user base and how many people subscribers they have and how many, when they show stuff like that, it's up to you.
59 million, something like that.
Right. If you really want to know what their numbers at and really want to know how many consoles they sold, then mean go dig for what they trying to go say. So those numbers really don't mean that on for me personally. I don't care, but I always say one thing: it's the 80 million mark. Once this consoles hit that 80 million mark, the other console gonna catch up with it. Now that's what the PlayStation just did. They right at the 80 million mark. So once they get what they gonna sell? The console, the Ghost. You know what I'm saying? You just sold 80 million consoles. Now these same people that are gamers, sooner or later, most of them is gonna purchase Xbox. Sooner or later, it's gonna happen regardless. So that's what we gonna end up with those numbers too. Then like the people that still on the PS3 and 360s, you know what I'm saying? That's always been from the regular Xbox to the 360, and gonna come to the Xbox One. The late bloomers, the ones that come to the generation at the last year of the generation. Those people that always do that every time, and they'll hold on to that system through the whole cycle. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have all of them, so those numbers gonna go up to 80 million. So people gonna talk about these numbers, and then when they start seeing Xbox start selling more and more faster, and all this number talk gonna go deceased. Simple. That's how it's gonna happen. Everybody knows it's gonna happen that way.
Okay. All right. So what about you, Infamous? I mean,
my bad for butchering it.
No, you did fine. You're fine. You don't butcher anything. But I thought you was done. So I
was good.
You dropped the mic, so I just going on the Infamous.
Boom.
Didn't butcher nothing.
Yeah, can you repeat that one time?
Okay, but let me go to Chuck. Don't ever sound sensitive like that ever again, or I'll kick your ass off the show. No playing. I'm just playing with you. No, okay, Infamous. Okay, now I know that you've seen it's been spread like wildfire. It was all over the game. It was gaming news. It was fanboys. They were laughing, saying that the Xbox only sold between 29 and 30 million consoles to this point because of a report from some kind of business call that came from EA. That's kind of stated like the numbers of overall consoles, and if you look at where PlayStation it's at like close to 80 million or at 80 million, and then Nintendo is at like is it 20 million, somewhere around there, and then an Xbox. Anyway, they kind of equated it to where Xbox only kind of sold 30 million. So, do you think that's true, for one? And then secondly, do you think that Xbox should show their numbers because they said it was inaccurate?
Okay, well, as a company, it's up to them if they want to show their numbers or not. If they don't want to, if they have a right not to, then why not? Other companies can. Other people, I know a lot of companies that show numbers that ain't even the real numbers. And you got some companies that don't even want to show numbers at all. Personally, I don't care how many units that Xbox sold. Personally, as long as my unit is good and I can be able to do what I need to do with my unit, I don't care. And that's how it is. I say it all the time. It's like people always want to show out the negatives more than the positives on certain things.
But they'll say that you damage controlling right now, though.
I don't give a fuck what they say.
They say you damage controlling. You should be out like everybody else is saying this is horrible, that the Xbox is doing a terrible job, and that the gamers has spoken, and that this 30 million proves it.
You can't say that because it's not facts.
Okay, but hold on.
Let me finish. Yeah. If that's how they feel, they have their own prerogative to feel that way. But I am the one who's consuming these products. I'm the one who's paying my money for these services. As long as I ain't got nobody hacking into my shit and stealing my card, my bank card information, and my Xbox Live is on point all the time, I'm cool. I'm an easy person to be cool with as far as gaming consoles are concerned. Like I said, when I look through the Twitter feed and I'll be like, oh, Xbox ain't shit because they sold these much units, or they're not showing any numbers. That's not my job to show their numbers. My job is to buy these games, play these games, and have fun. Now, I'm not the one who's gonna be damage control. To be honest with you, that ain't me. I mean, it's not like I'm losing sleep or I'm losing sleep at night because we ain't selling enough units. It ain't like I ain't gonna get my bills paid because we ain't selling enough units. That's not gonna stop me from doing what I need to do.
I love it. That's what I'm talking about.
All right. Okay. Well, okay. All right. Don't get violent. Don't get violent. What about you, Delilah?
I agree with Infamous on this. Like, I don't get 2 cents. You know, I really don't care about how many it is. So, but just to be clear, I mean, wasn't it EA that also said they sold like 36 some last year? So how they lose 6 million consoles? Like,
talk about it. Talk about it.
They can say what they want to, whatever their report.
Can you repeat that again so everybody can hear you clearly?
I said last year they said that they had sold 36 million. So how they lose 6 million?
Woo!
I don't know.
But the people, the naysayers, will tell you, Delilah, that was fudge numbers. That Xbox was lying to their.
And see, I feel like if Microsoft, if it really was the truth, they wouldn't have came out and said, "Oh yeah, that's a wrong number." Or they wouldn't have said anything. They'd have been like, yeah, whatever. But they came out and said, okay, that's not factual, but we're gonna keep it pushing.
But I've seen these YouTubers and people out there that saying that
let's be clear. Okay. You make the most money when you sell games versus when you sell consoles. The markup is just very, very drastically different. So if they're saying they got 59 million engagement, then that's far more superior than a consoles being sold because they don't get much on that markup. That's what investors care about. Investors care about engagement. Facebook wouldn't be what it is without engagement, without the amount of people that subscribe to Facebook or whatever social media channel it is. Like, so people are gonna read into this. This topic, I want to throw this topic out so bad when you presented it because I'm like, this is, to me, is useless. It makes no sense to me. It's like we regurgitate this console sold topic all the time when it really doesn't matter. I mean, I would rather talk about something a little bit more important, like, you know, E3 coming up and like.
I know, right? I know.
Hey, well, that's next. That's next. But but the fans want to know. They want to hear
I'm taking Microsoft at their word on their 59 million engagement. That to me, that's what they want. That's what they want to report. 59 million in engagement. Like, that's what they said. They got 59 people.
How many PlayStation got? How many PlayStation?
I'm not doing it.
38.
I mean, but listen,
32.
Think about what makes the most money. I mean, you literally, what you gonna make on a console sale? Like, with $5 a console made? $3. Okay, look, $3 per console sold. Versus, I'm gonna get, you know, your disc don't cost that much to make it. If it's a digital download, you're gonna make that right up front. So
but the fanboys will tell you, Delilah, that the hardcore has spoken to Xbox and saying 30 million is dog shit. What are you gonna say to that?
That's cool. That's cool. They can have that. That's what they want to say. They can say it. I don't.
That's their prerogative, but I don't give a fuck.
What they say. I know where the money come from, so it is.
Hey, record profits don't. I mean, you said record profits, and you're saying that, you know, only sold 30 million. I mean, if you look at the attach rate or the selling rate of like, you know, Halo 5, we already know Halo 5 is sold over 10 million. So you got 10 million over 10 million copies sold of Halo 5, and you only have 30 million consoles sold, and we're talking about 2 years ago. 3 years ago when Halo 5 came out, and you had it at what, 5 million, and let's say that you only had like 13 million at that time because people were speculating that Xbox. That's some selling some
close to $1 billion in revenue.
Xbox is making some money. Hey, Xbox gamers are buying the hell out of games, Jack. So when you look at Quantum Break, and Delilah, you was over here figuring up the numbers, and you said it was somewhere between 1.5 to 2.5 million for sold for that, between that and Steam, and then you look at 2.5 million, and it's at 13 million consoles sold. Okay. That's a great attachment rate. You know what I'm saying? That's not bad at all.
Right. I mean, to me, it's people just they're gonna do this. They're gonna do whatever they gonna match their talking point. Like people are gonna try to say, gonna listen to this and be like, where I get the 36 million? I just posted in the chat. Y'all can see where I got 36 million from the Xbox One sold. So somehow they lost 6 million consoles. I don't know where they went or who took them or what happened, but I think it's weird that EA can say something and people can take them, at their word when they can say whatever they want to on one of their calls or whatever. They can say they can look at the fact that, okay, maybe that 30 million is what they're talking about for US and not any external countries. You don't know where they got this number from. So people are gonna say what they want to say that matches their own set agenda. I don't care. Like Infamous said, look, my game work. I got a ton of games on my system. I enjoy my system. It is what it is.
I like that. Hey, and big shout out to Jazzy Noob, to Shannon, to Flip Money, to, of course, our people out there, Jazzy Noob. And so many more of you guys out there. Pred, Pred just said Microsoft announced how much money the Xbox gaming division made. How much has the PlayStation gaming division made off of Sony? Ooh,
we're not doing that.
True. We ain't gonna be messy, Pred. You better say that for next podcast tomorrow. We're being messy. You over here, don't do that, because I'm gonna get hate.
Y'all these fanboy wars, y'all.
I'm gonna get hate mail. And no, this ain't. But no, he is making a point though. Look, you can talk about console sales all you want to. For me, every time that I turn on my Xbox, and that is 99% of the time, Jack. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking at it, it's like, oh man, 30 million sold. That sucks.
Mega.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Would you rather sell 80 million Volkswagens or 30 million Bentleys? Woo!
Oh. See, you being messy though. You being messy. Okay, never mind. Let me go ahead and go. Let me go to Knuckles, because Knuckles gonna keep a straight line. You being messy. You about to get it started up in here. Knuckles, okay, what do you think about this? Should Xbox release their numbers? Because there's people that's demanding, because since after they said that these numbers are inaccurate about this 30 million.
Yeah, they came out and said the numbers weren't accurate. So I guess that's damage controlling too, I guess, by Microsoft themselves.
Right. So what do you
stupid?
What do you think?
Gosh. Still.
Yeah, but why would they say say it's inaccurate if it was more than what they said?
Well,
it's one of those things. It's like, why would they if it was more than what they sold, why would they say it's wrong if they wanted it to sound better?
Right, exactly.
They're saying it's wrong because it's not anywhere near what it's actually sold. Who cares how many is sold? We know that the fans are actively using the service. This is why they focused more on engagement, because when you have high engagement, that means people are sticking with the platform and using it more and more and more. You're not having people use it for just a little bit and then dropping off because of the fact that there's nothing there. The services that Xbox offers are what keep people. They've shown even that what Andrew House has repeatedly said was a shit feature because the games are crappy with backwards compatibility. He said he never wanted it because he went to some show where they were showing all the old Gran Turismos, and he said, why would people play these older games? They look like shit. He said that, and he stated that he didn't want backwards compatibility. But when you look at what Xbox has shown, 1 billion hours of backwards compatibility games. That means that games from last generation, and now even more so from the OG era, people want to play these games. They're putting out things that people want. They're keeping people engaged, and they're going back and being able to re-release these digital games, and they're making that money from that digital aspect because of the fact that they're offering something people want, and they're bringing those people in. Who cares? Was it Jim Ryan, not Andrew? Okay, thanks, Abacab. He corrected that for me, but the fact, either way, the fact is that they are showing that people.
Oh, is that how you say his name? Abacap? I just say ABA Cap 72.
I always say Abacab.
Okay, all right.
Abacab 72. That boy.
You need to let us know what the hell you mean with that. Is it Abacap or is it ABA Cap 72? Let me know in the chat. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter. The people are gonna use any sort of false information to do anything. We're in the digital era of alternative facts. You can say anything, and if it doesn't match what you want, you're not gonna believe it. If someone tells you that water's not wet and you believe that, you're gonna be like, all right, I like this dude, but everyone's just like, no, water's moist. It's like, no, you're fucking lying. Who gives a shit? Either way, people are gonna believe whatever they want to believe. As long as we see that Microsoft's doing the investment, we're seeing people are engaging with it. We see what they're wanting to do to further grow it, because they've actively improved Xbox Live over nearly a decade and a half, since 2003, 2004 with Halo 2, whatever. Like, they're pushing this service further every single time. Who cares?
Noof just said that on and I know VG charts is not something to look at, but they said that in March it was 30. Xbox was at 38 million.
Yeah, so, nobody knows. That's
nobody knows.
No, and that's the thing is, no one knows, because I believe it was in 2016 or right before. I think it was last year, in the summer during E3, right before Gears 4 launched. That I think supposedly Xbox France may have accidentally released numbers or something like that. That was 36 million or something before. Who cares?
Right. I just mentioned that. Yeah.
Yeah, and well, that's really what's crazy to me overall. Is this is why I say, for me personally, and then I'll go to you, 108 Dragons, is why Xbox shouldn't show it, because it is not going to matter either way. Case in point, I can do this. You know what I'm saying? I can talk about this personally. K-Mega, why you don't show your achievements? Well, because I like to piss off my haters. They can do angles, they can go to true achievements, but true achievements don't get all my accurate shit, whatever. I don't care, right? So they get whatever they can show what I don't care, right? So it is what they want to do. They say K-Mega don't play no games, right? So they say, well, why you don't show it? But if you keep seeing my achievement points keep going up and up and up and up and up, I'm already close to getting 76,000 right now, right? Or 78,000. I can't remember, whatever. But when I started, when I got my Xbox One, I only had 26,000 points. I was not an online gamer per se. I was also always old school stuff like that. You know, people come to the house and we play games. We always play multiplayer games like that, right? So I didn't even care about a team. Didn't even know anything about achievements like that. So if I'm jumping from this point to that point, and people still say that I don't play no games, but they want me to show this shit, right? Just to make them feel comfortable, I say fuck them. So I look at Microsoft like this: don't show nothing, because you know what's going to happen at the end of the day? They're still going to find a reason to say you still suck because you're behind PlayStation, because PlayStation has 80 million. If you got 50 million sold, if you got 60 million even sold, if what EA said was true and you got 30 million sold, you're still going to get ridiculed and clowned.
Consoles, though.
I don't know, Delilah, but I don't know.
In program, Delilah, you didn't know? They traded them in.
It is what it is. They traded. Yeah, everybody traded them in. They were done. The hardcore was done. What do you think about this? 108 Dragons.
First of all, I'm gonna insult the idiots that go out here and advertise the shit. These are the same dudes that struggle to get 3 games in a month, bragging about what Sony is making in money.
Mm-hmm.
That don't benefit your library. It don't benefit your pockets. $7.8 billion did not come from less than 30 million consoles. For you to even look into this and warrant this war, I don't even know what's wrong with these guys. You either playing games or you're not. Right now, the video game business is doing better than last gen ever did. And they sold more consoles last gen than they did this gen. How is that possible? Does anybody? No, but I'm saying, but does any of these clowns that go out here? Oh, they made 30 million, and how does that benefit you with your three game catalog for the last 5 years?
Damn,
how does that benefit you? No. We got to get to the facts. These dudes are weirdos. They go on Twitter, they go on Instagram, they go on all these Facebook pages, and they posting up stuff because they read it somewhere that don't matter, but they forget the previous number. Delilah just bust y'all motherfuckers head to the white meat. They said it was 36 last year. Where did the people go? Let me guess. They all traded their shit in and got a Pro. That's funny. Because it looks like
I had to bring it.
But look, it looks like the Xbox One X is outperforming the Pro in less time. So did they gain ground or did they lose ground? because we all know that just happened. So that must didn't happen. They're making money. That's not happening. So, and EA. Now let me get to EA. How you gonna listen to a company that's about to lose a franchise because it flopped again? How you flop the Star Wars franchise? Shouldn't they be paying attention to their own pocket? Fuck you worrying about Microsoft for?
Don't hurt them.
You should be worrying about why your franchise is coming out and they not selling. Why Madden wants to go to a subscription service every year because it's not selling. Why Live is at the bottom of the barrel.
Stop it. Stop it. Why you
No. We're going to go to Mass Effect, the no facial expression game that flopped. Let's talk about it. So this is the people you listen to? Man, get your shit together, man. Know your facts. Stop talking to me about the nonsense.
Oh my God.
Next subject.
Oh my God. Livewire. Man, please tell me that you can come after that. You can come after that with some fire, with some dayline.
Wait, I just came back from baby. She was crying. Yo, listen, man. You don't understand my struggle, man.
I understand your struggle, but it's been 19 years and 24 years ago. I don't want to go back to that struggle.
Yeah, that shit is rough, bro.
Yeah, it's rough.
She just be crying in my face. I'd be like, "Is that even a cry?" She'd be like,
"You got help." I was a single father. I'm still a single father. But anyway, regardless, the fact of it is, he had help. Well, I had help my grandma.
Yeah,
well, for my son, I should say with that, I should clarify for my son. My daughter, he got her whack ass mama, but for my son, I was single parent, so I know. Trust me.
Yeah. As far as the sales go, don't matter. You know why? Because anytime I get online, I'm able to get online and play people. So I don't see no problem.
You don't see no problem. We just gonna skip you because you lost. You dealing with Bianca. You dealing with Bianca. We understand. We definitely understand. So we gonna move on. We gonna move on. But look, man, this is the real thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Forget the whole. This is why Microsoft don't want to get into this console war garbage. They can't stand it. They hate it. And if you are a real gamer, you should hate it too. Look, we get that the PlayStation is a juggernaut this generation. And for any Xbox fan out there that don't like that the PlayStation is kicked ass this year or this gen, tough shit. They did it. They did everything perfect. They got their fan base excited. They marketed better than any. They went out and they brought out some strong killer IPs, even though their IPs in the beginning of the generation was trash, but now they're making up for it because their PlayStation fan base was behind them 100% during the slow period. And now they're reaping the benefits. Get over it. It's over. If you care about this console sales and shit, it's over. Xbox is not catching them. Doesn't matter if they only 5 million, 2 million away. They're not going to catch PlayStation, right? So if you care about sales more than you care about the games, if you're one of those gamers that care about the status of a game other than having fun with a game, then you're not a gamer. You don't belong here with us. You don't belong here with us. You need to go somewhere else. We don't want you here. Period.
Can I say something, Mega?
Period.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Where the hell was you PlayStation dudes when PS3 was getting their teeth kicked in? Where was y'all at then? Where was y'all at? Nobody said nothing.
It was at choir rehearsal.
Where was you at when the 360 had all the better versions of the game? Where was you at then? You know, I know where you was at. You had a 360.
Nah, they had the Wii. It was on the Wii, man.
They had 360.
Look. See, this is the thing right here. Look at this. Yo, see, this is why we don't do the crumb side. Okay, Yobo. 1245. Yo, this dude in the chat, right? He says, you guys are pathetic. All day was right. You are giving yourself self-inflicted L's. We don't give a damn about who says that we give ourselves L's
all day.
Yeah, we don't. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look. Hey.
No, I'm gonna get messy.
We're not gonna be messy. Look,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Going left. Let's
not go left. Let's not go left.
Advice
But you know what I'm saying?
Stresses. What the fuck?
Stop.
Yo, we better than that. We better than that.
Just drop it, man. Just move.
Do that live.
We better than that.
Big shout out. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, fuck the bullshit.
No.
Bloody.
Yo, Knuckles, calm down.
No, just saying. No, look at this, Mega, because Delilah has said this to you multiple times. Don't give these dudes a damn platform. Just move it and let's go to what we're actually talking about.
We are. No, I just wanted to make that point because I thought it was funny. And I'm like, look, we're not getting him. We're not. Yeah, well, I just had to point it out because I thought it was hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Look, big shout out to all day. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's former member of the GRG family. You know what I'm saying? Look, you know what I'm saying? We still got love for bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing bad to say about him. We just move on. Anyway,
speak for yourself.
Thank you.
Stop it. Anyway, so let's go and move on and talk about the E3 leaks. Walmart. Walmart is doing some. I think a lot of these are doctored. Myself personally, but I want to know, and I'm going to go straight to you, Infamous. Do you think that these leaks are true? I mean, because there's a lot of games that's supposed to be shown. They're supposed to be like a Dragon's Quest.
I'm avoiding all leaks. I'll wait till I get.
So you haven't seen any of them?
No. I'm waiting till I actually be at E3 with my compadres and my friends to experience what they got there firsthand. So I'm not looking at no motherfucking leaks.
All these leaks suck. They be fabricated anyway.
Okay, well, I mean, come on now. Look, some of these are pretty intriguing. They're talking about Gears 5. You know what I'm saying? Making a comeback.
That's a no-brainer.
Well, no, they're saying it's gonna be on the show to this. You know what I'm saying? Here, less.
Dude, with the way Gears 4 ended, I'm definitely excited for Gears 5. With that story.
All right, Just Cause 4. Are anybody excited for Just Cause?
No.
Come on.
Crash.
It's only because those games never work, though. They never work.
Somebody typed in Rage 2.
Yep, Rage 2
1 didn't get no love though. That's what I love. But it
was horrible. It was better on PC.
That one I believe.
Here's the thing though. Here's the thing with the leak though. Yeah, Rage 2 is a possibility because think about that. Yeah, because the fact that the Rage Twitter account, after years of not being active, suddenly comes back online, even if it's just a poke.
Well, but people talking about it's like people who said, "Oh, what's that game from Sega? Oh man, with the robot that they said part 2."
Vanquish 2.
I was a Vanquish retard. It sold like 500,000 copies. Some people was like, they said that's an exclusive for Xbox. Oh yeah, I'm like, y'all didn't buy the first one.
Let's place it later this month because it's gonna be free.
I feel like Rage 2 is a possibility because of the fact that Bethesda is known. I don't know if it's Bethesda behind it, but they're known to nurture.
It made that game, John Carmack.
I got you. But they believe in nurturing their franchises. Think what's the other game that horror game they came out with? What was it called? Bethesda came out with. What was it called? Y'all remember?
Evil Within?
Evil Within, like
never played either.
The first game sold horrible, but it still got a sequel.
No, but that game was dope. It was another underrated.
I get it, but what I'm saying, it's not about how well the title does. Sometimes, if you believe in an IP, then
no question, Delilah. But my thing is not should it get a sequel. My thing is the fanboys bigging it up like they bought the first one. That's my thing. Don't get excited that you wasn't excited for the first one.
Vanquish was added on wasn't that one of the games with gold games?
It's this month. It comes out next week.
So that might happen. I mean,
the thing about Rage, though, I believe that it's no longer owned by Bethesda. I believe it's owned by Rebellion now.
Somebody bought the IP. Well, then more power to them. Then.
I'm just like. If the game sold 8 million copies and people was excited, I can get it, but it didn't do well.
It shouldn't matter though.
Too. I mean, they got to see.
But it's just crazy to hear people go crazy for a game. Why didn't y'all go crazy when that shit was out?
People may not have known about it. There was a lot of people that didn't know about Vanquish. Like when I'll show gameplay of Ninja Storm, they're like, "What game is that, Mega?"
Right,
and I'm
I could agree with that.
Yeah, right. So I mean, look, it's just like with games with me, like back in the early I should say like 2008 to 2012.
Is Bethesda still publishing the game? Or Rage 2? Bethesda still gonna publish it, even though it's a different developer?
That I don't know. That part I don't know. I don't know. But also there's Borderlands 3. That's a
given. I already said that.
That's a given. Splinter Cell. I think we almost heard a confirmation that we're going to see a Splinter Cell.
We need to see a Splinter Cell.
He basically said that on Inside Xbox, which people say Inside Xbox is trash. Inside Xbox is dope.
Well, I mean, they ain't got to watch it. They can always do something else.
People need Jesus, some love in their life.
Assassin's Creed sequel. Now, for me, I haven't played Origins fully. I only played maybe about 3 hours of Origins. That's in my backlog. But are y'all ready for another Origins already? I mean, another Assassin's Creed already after this great response for them waiting.
What they need to do is just bring out DLC.
It's so much to do in that game. Yo, like I said with GTA and even The Witcher, which is a few years old. Yo, there's so much to do in those games. Please slow down with the sequel. I'm still playing the first Shadow of Mordor. I ain't even on Shadow of War because I'm still playing the first one. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Those open world games take so much out of you. And the day in your time, you got to work, pay bills, be a husband, be a wife, whatever. Those games are so deep.
Yeah.
Origins is incredibly deep. I didn't even start the game. I'm like 40 minutes into it because I got so much other stuff to play.
Dragon, that game for you is for the people that ain't got wife and kids and jobs and shit that just play video games all day. God damn it. What about them? What about motherfuckers that ain't got nothing but time?
They're the ones that can't afford the games, right?
Right. You know what I'm saying? That's why they need gameplay.
Those are ones bragging about console sales.
That's the thing. Like I say, so what about Gears 5? I mean, is that a possibility, you guys?
I can see it. It's been a couple years. I can see it.
I can see Gears 5, but like I said, ask me the last time I played Gears.
Not before Halo.
Not before Halo.
Okay, but what about this code name Destiny comment? That's just a multiplayer.
That was originally the code name for the next expansion that later was the Taken King.
You said Destiny?
Yeah.
Destiny.
The game dead.
No, well, look, okay, let me say this. Let me say this. Last night, I jumped on Destiny and played about 5 hours. I didn't even get to play. I didn't even watch my Rachel Maddow. I just went straight through because I'm trying to beat the story. Yeah, I'm over here playing. I played the hell out of it. Yeah, I was kind of upset that I missed my Rachel, but you know what I'm saying. But this is the thing right here is, all right. The one complaint that I got about Destiny 2 so far, right? I'm a level 20, but I'm not done with the campaign yet. But I get lost. I just want to go through the campaign, get it done, and then I catch myself getting caught up in doing some other things because there's people jumping, doing stuff, and so I'm like, well, let me go help them, and then let me get back in the story, and then I don't know where the hell I'm going. I'm so upset about that. Like, let me finish the damn story, then I can do everything.
Listen, that's a lot of games. A lot of games.
No. This is annoying. This is annoying. Yeah, because once you start doing the whatever those little missions the side missions that they got, they completely kind of erase the campaign. And I'm like, where the hell am I going? So I have to back completely out of the game pretty much, and then restart.
Oh, I see. You can't just you can't
no, I can't
have it on your quest list.
It's harder to follow the quest.
Yeah.
It doesn't let you free up and just be like,
anybody that can break down Destiny to you, they don't play nothing else.
Right, yeah, because I need to talk to the lords, man, because they was, you know what I'm saying, they said they would help me, but I was like, damn. But anyway, some other games that was supposed to be leaked was Lego DC Villains. I've never played a Lego game.
Another Lego game.
It makes sense. Forza Horizon 5, which it should be 4. I don't know why they say 5. Right. Yeah, it should be 4, and hopefully that the rumors is that it will come out. It will be in Japan, and that what I'm saying, because that's
really the one I paid attention to because it kind of made sense because they do stuff like that. But a lot of these stuff, it's like every year before E3, we get the dumb list of these wild guests. oh, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. If you ever notice that after every E3, a lot of that is bullshit and clickbait for the bigger sites.
Yeah, well, I just find it to be problematic for me personally. I just like, look, I don't want a whole bunch of leaks because I want to be surprised, and so I wish I was like Lady, but you know what I'm saying. Of course, you know what I'm saying. This is a podcast; we got to talk about it, and so I just wanted to know if you guys thought, you know what I'm saying, thought that some of these were true, or if all these are true, or just don't care, or you just staying away. I don't know. So
I would love Forza Horizon to be in Japan.
That would be dope. That would be because the customization would be
like giving up on that hope though. I don't think it's gonna happen.
You don't think? What do you think it's gonna be, Delilah?
I don't know. Spot somewhere in Europe.
I mean, they went to Australia. They can go to anywhere after that because
look,
it's gonna be somewhere predictable. Like it's not gonna be Japan. I'll be shocked if it's Japan.
They're the only ones still allowing street racing.
Well, street racing out here in Oklahoma. I know they ain't gonna be in Oklahoma, but I'm just saying. Listen, look. The thing to me is,
bubble, but I just think it's not going to happen, boss.
No, that's cool. That's cool. Like, if you don't,
for the record, the Crew 2 is looking amazing.
The Crew 2 do look good, and you know what? I got the Crew 2 on the Xbox and on PC, and I haven't really even got into it. I don't.
The Crew or the Crew 2?
No, the Crew. I got the Crew on Xbox and on the PlayStation. I mean, on the Xbox and PC.
Ridiculous graphically.
Yeah, no, the Crew 2 looks dope. Yeah, I just wish that I paid for the Crew, and I haven't even really played them. So I mean, either version that I got. So it's pretty sick. So anyway, all right. So let's go on to another topic, and this is one thing that I wanted to talk about. It kind of frustrated me. And I hope this may have frustrated you just as a gamer. You know what I'm saying? This guy has nothing to do with being an Xbox, but of course this is an Xbox related thing. But okay. GameSpot. They were they went all in this week on Days Gone, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with talking about Days Gone, right? But Days Gone is not coming out until next year. Less than a week. And you know what I'm saying, my boy Devaka, you know what I'm saying, you about to get your version of State of Decay 2 here, you know what I'm saying, real soon. So get ready for that, for winning from the Patreon, you know what I'm saying. So congratulations on that. But State of Decay 2 is like a week away. And they didn't show anything. They talked so much about Days Gone, and I'm wondering, do you guys have a problem with that, knowing that there's a game that's coming a week later over a game that's coming a year later, or is just that, hey, look, this is just the gaming media, it is what it is?
That's what they do. They suck us.
I mean, but is this a problem? So, like, I mean, look, Knuckles, is this kind of like a problem to you? I mean, because it's a problem to me.
Yeah, it's a thing because, you know, everyone else has been talking about State of Decay 2. Good, bad, whatever. Everyone's focusing on it because it's the next big thing that's coming out in the shortest time. Why? Sure, they're getting game footage for a game that's coming out a year later that's really big and hyped about. But why are they talking about that when there's plenty of other footage to use that they may have gotten themselves to use specifically for this game because it's about to come out?
Let me pay the bills right fast. Hey man, to my man Thomas Franks, I was talking about you here earlier, man, when you was that you be giving me information and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He go ahead and he give us that $4.99. I mean, I don't know why you just didn't do a straight 5 or a 4 spot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the $4.99, that's cool. You know, I mean, you know, taxes. But anyway, anyway. Then he says that we doing it live. All right. You know what I'm saying? My favorite podcast. Bless kings and queens. No doubt, man. No doubt, brother. No doubt, man. I appreciate the support. We definitely have a lot of we definitely appreciate the love and support from you guys, because without you guys, we would be shit. But go ahead. Go ahead.
But I mean, like I'm saying, it's yeah, there's still to be excited about coming within the year, but it's like there should be a lot of attention, especially after the 2 big trailers that people got talking about, you know, after they went up on the Undead Labs official Twitter. Everyone's been hyped over those because they're trying to give the game and show a certain feel, because they're trying to show what that human element of what this game is, that it's a very real survival. I get what Days Gone is doing, and I'm glad that they're doing more than what they showed, you know, what was it, 2-3 years ago or whatever. But the thing is, why is that the focus? You know, that shouldn't be the focus when there's other things in the near future that should be getting more time. Yeah, people could say, oh, well, IGN did a month coverage of it. Yeah, but that's IGN. That's not GameSpot. Everyone else is talking about State of Decay 2 because of the fact that they're saying, oh, this game is actually really good and what Microsoft needs. But GameSpot hasn't said shit about it.
They said something, but they wasn't like nothing good.
You know what it is? Sony cut check.
Thank you. I was waiting for somebody to say that.
People keep getting. Sony will say, "Oh, matter of fact, there's reviews that Sony has paid for in the past to change what you say. 1886 the order, okay? That's what Sony does, man. You know what I'm saying? Microsoft really like, yo, listen, man. Listen. Give us your honest opinion, and we'll critique ourselves to you. Which I feel Microsoft is a little bit too humble to be the juggernaut of money making that they are. They need to be a little bit more boisterous and start throwing that checkbook around and, you know, pay how you weigh, because Sony does it all the time. If Sony get a game that they want to sell and you want to talk bad about it, they cutting a check, and they're notorious for cutting a check. Phil came along and said, we ain't cutting checks to third parties no more. That motto has changed, you know what I'm saying? But Sony cuts checks, man. That's and IGN don't get paid for clicks. GameSpot does. They'll review a game that everybody said is good, give it a mediocre score so you can click on their website because they get paid per click. Just want to tell you that.
Okay. Well, what about you, Delilah?
I agree with 108 on this. I mean, it is what it is. I think somebody moved hands because ain't no way you can just flat out ignore a game that's releasing less than a month. And just to push one that's coming out, you know, next year.
They ignoring Vampire too.
It is what it is. You know, they're gonna do what they're gonna appeal to what they figure or what they think is the masses. Right now, they feel like you know, Sony's an elite, which they are, you know, and that's the masses. So they do a majority rules. So they're trying to appeal to what they feel their largest fan base is. That's what they've been catering to. I don't know why you got surprised. They've been catering to that crowd all generation. It is what it is. I'm not shocked by this at all. This isn't even, you know, wake me up or keep me up or got me. This topic for me is just like, man, okay, whatever, because it is what it is. When you said who it was that did it, then I knew what it was. So,
but it's so hardcore. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen it this bold. And you know, the Boss Move says
you've seen it this bold, just don't forgot.
Well, that's true. It's kind of come second nature to us. Boss Moves, he says in the chat, Xbox marketing team just asked, at least be real. You know what I'm saying? The marketing team needs the walking papers along with Sharon Loftus. Now listen.
They used to.
You ain't gonna talk about my Sharon Loftus now. You understand?
No, but they used to need it. So he's talking about 2-3 years ago. They don't need it no more. They don't need to walk no more. They doing a job. Because every other commercial on the #1 show in the country, The Walking Dead, you see an Xbox commercial up there. That's the #1 program in the United States. They doing a job now. They didn't do that 3 years ago.
Deal. We all know about that. And the soccer deal.
Yeah, they've pushing all of that because
what I'm saying, back in the days, just recently, last 3-4 years, they wasn't doing a job. They changed that motto, and we have to look. We can't keep killing them for what they did a couple years ago. We got to talk about what they're doing right now.
That's what's gonna happen.
Hold on, guys. I got to just do this to Boss Moves because he's talking slanders right now. You ain't talking about my Shannon Loftus, man. She's the people.
Nah, but I'm saying
out of position. Everybody was out of position when they were doing this turnover. I think a lot of people still don't understand that. And when you're in a position, like let's say that you are a cook, and then they tell you got to go to waiting, you know what I'm saying, to being a waiter, you're gonna suck at that job. You're gonna not. You might get better at it over time, but if you only doing it for a short period of time, you are a cook. You are better at what you were hired to do at first. So you gotta think about that. Now everybody's in their right place. I think everything is going to be better better suited for Xbox here in the future. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
This dude Rusty just got at me and said I'd be on dick harder than Crab Gamer. Let's talk facts, here, homeboy. What? And I'm going to take that. No, Rusty.
We got 15 minutes. Let's not get too long.
No. I'm not. What I'm saying is, yo, homeboy, let me tell you something for the record. I own every console. I buy all major titles. I don't ride nobody dick. I got a budget unbalanced. So when I talk about games, it's coming from the heart.
That's right, because he's gonna buy us $150 plate. So I don't know what you're talking about, Russ.
Get facts. So when you come at me,
hey, y'all heard that? $150 plate.
Get your weight up, homeboy, because I don't sweat no company because they don't put money in my pocket. I buy all games, all AAA titles, all great content. Facts. So when you say something, make sure you know what you're talking about, because I like my Xbox brand. That don't mean I don't love my God of War. Facts. Get it together. Facts. My bad.
All right, keep going. Let's get back to on topic. So,
Dick Rider.
Yeah, let's get back on topic, man. It is what it is. We all know that Xbox marketing has been absolutely horrid this generation, but but if you look at how the media has been towards Xbox, I mean, look, if Xbox got the same treatment as what they got during the 360 years, I mean, would State of Decay be in this position to where it looks like it's going to be looked at as mediocre instead of looked at as a highly anticipated game?
I mean, no, but look at this, K-Mega. State of Decay, especially the first one. That first game had some motherfucking issues, but because Xbox was on top, people were able to look past the issues. They saw what the issues were, but they were like, yeah, we get it. It's fucked up here, here, and here. But aside from that, yeah, and there's a lot of games like that. But when you look at the game for what it is, like the skeletal structure of what this game is, you see the beauty in the game. So people didn't just come out and shit on it. Now, if State of Decay, like when State of Decay came out, was re-released on the Xbox One earlier this gen, people did not give it that pass. They did not. They complained about it, but they didn't. They don't do the same things for other companies that are shown in a more favorable light. So it is what it is. But from what I'm seeing from State of Decay, bro, this shit looks dope as fuck.
I know.
Shit looks dope as fuck. But these major companies just go with what's winning anyway. If Xbox was winning, it'd be the Holy Grail. They go with Sony because it's the Holy Grail. Yeah. Switch, they keep talking about the Switch like it's the Holy Grail, but dude, every time they get a big third-party game, it runs like trash. You don't see them talk about it then. What happened to Doom?
Well, the problem is that the media is like what people are saying is that it's on the take. And yes, I would hate that to be true. You know what I'm saying? I don't know this personally because I don't talk to anybody that's in the media like that. But you know what I'm saying? But to me, it's just it is click based. We do know that when you have when you monetize your stuff, you do want the clicks, you do want to get the monetization and all of that, and they want to get revenue. And if that's the case, then gaming journalism is already dead because it's being sold to the highest bidder, and that is so unfortunate for people that just want to hear gaming news.
Yeah, true, but you know what? That's what made us do what we do because the real gamer needed a voice. That's what I'm saying. I addressed homeboy to say, listen, it's not about no console war, whatever. I don't believe in that stuff. I believe in enjoying games on a whole, no matter what console is on. I buy every time if there's 4 consoles, I got 4. If there's 2, there's 2. I buy games on multi-platforms because I enjoy games. When I talk about a platform or I talk about a situation, it's because this is how I feel. And I'm passionate about the gaming industry. But technically, GameSpot and IGN, who runs the market right now, they're biased.
Looks that way. Did anybody Triple Cup? Do you want to speak on this, or do you want to just get on to the next topic because we run out of time?
Yeah, we keep moving.
Oh yeah, your mic.
Ooh,
what?
He said keep it moving.
Well, I didn't. What? Say it again.
He said it.
Keep it moving.
What you mean? Yeah.
Okay, your mic was tripping. You was a blah 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 blah. Everybody make fun of my mic. My mic is working tonight, bitches. Anyway, let's go. All right. Shut up.
Oh, damn.
Yours is sounding good right now.
Shut your punk ass up tonight.
You went to the 2.99 store instead of the 99 cent.
You damn right. You damn right. I got a shiny $2.99 mic and it's dope. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Lethal Papa for $2.99 mic. Anyway, so I want to just be real brief on this before I get to the last topic, and that is Microsoft has leased a building, a 6-story building in Santa Monica, and what's really funny about that is that there's a little tie into this. Is that Dan Gallagher, the guy that they just acquired from Square Enix, only stays. What?
It's the way you said it. They acquired him like he an object.
They hired him. They hired him. I'm sorry. They hired him. They hired Dan.
That's funny, my bad.
Look, just let me be country. Come on, man. I'm doing my best here. And so anyway, they hired Dan Gallagher, and he only lives 30 minutes away. So now,
that's actually pretty sweet.
So are you? So is this just coincidence, or is now we're about to see Microsoft about to have that AAA big time studio in Santa Monica? Let me go to you live. What do you think?
Well, obviously they're building something. The question is what, and is it just going to be doing one game? Is it just going to be another coalition number 343, or are they going to go with the whole multi, title, format? Like, all right, we do this, once we're done with that game, we move on to the next game, and then maybe we jump back to the one that we just did. They're
supposed to bring more. They're supposed to bring multiple studios in that building.
Oh, so they're gonna be like they're gonna make like a little Microsoft Activision up in there.
Yes. They're about to do big things out there. It's been reported also that the building that they acquired, it's a really nice looking building. If you ever see it, it's a Santa Monica, like 508 something Santa Monica, but it's a beautiful building. It won awards. It's 6 stories. And they already got it. They already got it allotted. They bought it back in November. Big shout out to my boy Pred, because Pred was the one that gave me that information. That dude is on it. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for your service. You know what I'm saying? On
happy. He want to be the janitor.
Who?
He want to be bookman.
Me?
Yeah,
the building so nice. Hey man, I gotta give Pred his props, because Pred was the one that because we talked about it, and then Pred brought it up about Gallagher, and I'm like, whoa, that, you know what I'm saying? Pred be digging in deep, man. You know what I'm saying? People don't know about what Pred be doing, man. Anyway, so it really comes to stand out to look like it's about to go down. You know what I'm saying? Microsoft is about to put this money into these studios. And this is just, one floor with the Gallagher unit, and then whoever else that they're going to be bringing in there as well. Maybe could be Playground Games or whoever else. But you already know that Xbox has moved to Redmond in Washington, so that's a big move. Matter of fact, Mikey Barra brought up. He threw some shade at Seattle. You know what I'm saying that the government out there is bullshitting. Thank God we moved to Redmond, because they don't know how to do their business right. So it's really crazy. So Microsoft is over here doing big moves. But anyway, go ahead, live.
Yeah, I think that one, obviously that studio, whatever they're building, obviously that's the long game. So we're not gonna really see the fruits that are going to be bared from that for a little bit, maybe 3 to 4, 5, 6 years. Who knows how long? My thing is, what are they going to do in the meantime? What are they going to, pop? I mean, I know they have other things coming. That's supposed to be their new money machine that they're building over there. But what's coming in the meantime? They getting, third-party deals. I know they went to Japan, and we're not, as of right now, I haven't seen any Japanese title that Xbox isn't getting anymore.
I could name
at least not any popular, ones that people, are really looking forward to. So I don't know. I mean, I just want to see what else they're gonna bring, because we're not gonna see any of that until damn near the next Xbox. But it's cool to know that they're doing it. But All
right, what about you, Triple Cup Chuck? Triple Cup. Triple Cup. Triple Cup, are you up? We see your bouncing ass avatar.
I think he's muted.
No.
You keep unmuting and muting.
He's over here going through problems. Anyway, what about you, Lady Infamous?
Well, it's good. It's good. I can't wait to see what they come out with. To be honest with you, it could be anything coming through that building. So I don't know what it is, but I'm glad they making some kind of moves. I mean, some moves is better than no moves.
Right.
You're right.
That's all. I mean, I can't. There's nothing more to speculate. I don't know any more information on it. It's just that they're building some shit, and one of the big wigs is close enough. So I'm just waiting. It's with that type of lead. It's a waiting game. You got to see what they're gonna come out with that.
Yeah. Right. Are Xbox fans willing to wait though? What do you think about it, Delilah?
What choice do they got?
We ain't got no choice. I've been in here for 8 years. I ain't got no choice but to wait.
I'm just
saying. I know flip flopper now. I'm gonna have to wait.
Listen, Xbox fans, it ain't about waiting. This is the thing I've always told people. Well, what do you play when you don't play exclusives? Multi-plats, motherfucker. Like what do you mean? Like, what kind of dumb shit is this question?
Get them live.
What the fuck does everybody else play when there's no exclusives?
Right, multi-plat.
I swear to God, I'll be on Twitter. I'll be like, yo, are these motherfuckers dumb, retarded, or both? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Okay, man, I'm gonna interrupt you for a second because now you got other people thinking I sound like goddamn Xbot.
I'm just saying, you sound like young Xbot. I'm just saying.
You're the one who started the little Xbot thing, man.
I know.
Said I sound like, God damn it.
Xbot came to me and said, Mega, did you say that? I said, yeah, I said that. You know how I am. You know how I'll be throwing a little of that hot sauce around. You know what I'm saying? But look, it draws attention to you. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta just do is say, you know what I'm saying? You Xbox little brother, man. That's what I say.
Oh man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? All you gotta say is what's going on, people. You know what I'm saying? Or say done.
Hey, don't do it. Don't do it.
Listen, okay, so I want to go ahead and speak on this real quick.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
I think it's cool that they're opening up a new studio in Santa Monica with a new studio head. I think it's gonna be awesome. I really hope it's Perfect Dark. I think they need to do something.
Ooh, I think that should be added. Yes, yes, Delilah.
And third person, I think it'd be fantastic. I'm hopeful.
She should be badass. Blow people's arms off.
Right. I think
not Uncharted.
That's why I'm excited for this E3. I'm glad that I'm going because you guys know I went back and forth though.
We glad you're gonna be there.
Yes, me too. I'm excited for it. So, but Microsoft.
We only heard you like 4'9", so you know what I'm saying. I'll put you over my shoulders.
And I still heard you bigger than 100.
God damn!
Anyway, to kind of pivot from that, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it, and the fact that they said wait to E3 after they hired the guy. I think they got something they already either want to show or talk about at least at the minimum. So. Yeah, man. The only thing we can do is just wait until E3. I hate that phrase because people put negative connotation.
I mean, it is right there, but it's true.
But everybody waits for E3, so I don't know why they always
facts.
Yeah, you know what? For E3 wouldn't be E3.
People are demanding that our boy, you know what I'm saying, Knuckles do the intros, take over the introductions. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with it. Hey, just let me hear you one time say the Don, please.
The Don.
No, don't try to be sexy with it. Don't try to be sexy with it.
That was not sexy, nigga. That was
try to do it different. You try to do it different.
You try to do it different. You hype. You like you're like a little bot, but you know what I'm saying.
What's going
on, people?
Oh man,
little bot.
Little bot.
Hey man, Knuckles is the shit, man. We love Knuckles, man. That's why I had to have him.
Well, shit.
They call you micro bot.
Oh, come on now.
He just called you Xbox shit.
Hey,
He said
just so we can get out here at almost on time. I cannot believe it. We get to the last topic.
224.
Oh shit! Stop it, Delilah. Messy. Anyway.
Why is everyone picking on me?
Anyway, that's a compliment. You know what I'm saying? Bot is love. You know what I'm saying? Even the haters, they don't want to be too hard on Bot. They just call him a couple of names and then they move on. But anyway,
I'm sorry, it's too funny.
Childish Gambino. Yes, we ain't talking about gaming. We talking about a video. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, I've watched that Childish Gambino video about 40 times.
Oh shit, yeah.
I can't get over it. Look, you know what I'm saying? And look, I just want to get you guys thoughts, especially in the chat too. If you guys have watched the Gambino, and then there's, you know what I'm saying, shout out to you know what I'm saying, my people out there in Europe that hit me up. They were the first ones to hit me up and says, "Man, you watched that Gambino video?" And I'm like, "No, I haven't watched it."
Though I thought I put it in the chat, y'all. I'm sorry.
Kamega said the people in Europe hit him up like he international.
I am.
Yeah, you had in the chat. I had seen it.
I am international. I am international.
Right, so my bad.
I got people in Denmark. I got people in Germany. I got people in Britain. I got people in. I got even
have a party and none of them gonna show up.
I got 2 people in Russia, son. You know what I'm saying? Taking over. You know what I'm saying? All hell, Putin. I'm with it.
Trying to spend Deutschmarks. Whatever.
I just need Africa, Brazil. I need Africa, Brazil. I need it all. I need the work. I need to be K-Mega 405 need to be global, baby. GRG need to be global.
Facts.
Y'all need to be global. Anyway, so I just want to get y'all's thoughts on it. People in the chat, please let me know if you've seen the Gambino video. What did you think about it? I looked at and I felt bad because when people said, when you listen to the beat after the dude got shot and you start grooving, you part of the problem. Because I did show was. He said, "This is America." I said, "God damn, that beat is hard." Ooh, I was grooving.
You stupid.
I was like, "Oh shit."
The song itself is dope. Like if you listen to the song without watching the video, it's a dope song. Like I mean, the beats rocking, the lyrics are kind of meh, you know, but it's still rocking. But that video, it brings it all together pretty nicely. And I think he did a fantastic job putting the imagery together because it touches on a lot of imagery, and it's a lot of subliminals in that video.
Yes,
I mean,
a lot of Easter eggs.
A lot of things. Watching it, I've watched it I would say at least about 6 or 7 times, and I even watched a few reactions to it because it has so many different turning points in the video that it catches you off guard, but it makes you understand that what he's doing is he's a distraction to all the issues and problems that's going on in America, and it's so well done. So
yeah, I do. Yeah, when he was I kind of figured when I first watched the video that I need to pay attention to the background, but I kept watching the dance moves.
He was on point with the moves, man.
Because I ain't never seen him dance.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I'm like, so he's on point. He's like, choo, choo. I'm like, killing that John.
I've been ever since Royalty, his first mixtape, and if you ain't listened to Royalty, you got to, because at the end of the song, this is tight ass song at the end of his album, and he got Tina Fey at the end, and she's like, "Yeah, motherfucker, my president is black and my Prius is blue." She said, "You want me to say the N-word, but I'm not going to do that." I had me.
You know what's funny with Tina Fey? A lot of people don't know about him and Tina Fey. Tina Fey is pretty much put him on. You know what I mean? So that's where that connection came from.
Yeah.
You know, he was doing like a little comedy crew at NYU, I think it was. And she saw them and she the one put them on. So I think that's why he put on the album.
He was funny. He's always been funny.
Oh yeah, always.
Him on Community used to have me crying, yo.
Piece of ATL down. Y'all know what it is. Let's go.
Oh, anyway, yeah. Well, see, I haven't even watched any episodes of ATL, but
I've been telling Megan, man, he's been sleeping. I don't know.
No, I've been a big fan of Gambino. Shit, I was like I said, I was listening to Royalty.
Yo, but like ATL is like nothing like he's ever did before.
Right.
Like nothing like when you watch it, you'll be like, oh, this shit ain't. I thought this was gonna like. It's way like he's normally super goofy. Like he is not like.
How the hell are you watching
Alligator?
Not ATL Atlanta. Huh?
Called Atlanta.
Anyway,
He was
so
trying to say something funny.
Yeah. Well, I was just trying to say, like, what did you guys think about the video? You know, I listened to a couple of pro-black channels because I want to hear their perspective of it.
Lord Jesus.
And well, yeah, and I know it's very disappointing. You know what I'm saying? It's very disappointing because, like, the only thing that they could bring up is the fact that Gambino is with a white chick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, well, how can he bring up black situations, but he's with a white girl? Like, get the fuck out of here! What the fuck is this?
That's what he's attracted to. He can be whatever he wants to be.
Exactly.
Look. Most of those, I'm not saying all, but a lot of those super pro black stations, like they wild, man. To me, they sound like almost like all right. They be like, you know, everything got my socks black, my cereals black. Like when I can't find Cheerios that is black, I burn them in the fucking, like, it's just crazy shit. Like, it's just right. Like, damn, you go too far.
I wouldn't listen to all that stuff. I mean,
I listen to a little bit of everything. I listen
to preset notions about, you know, him being black and having a, you know, white wife or girlfriend, whatever he got. I'm to the point where, to me, that never mattered, because you're attracted to. It is what it is. You know what I mean? You know.
Right. Infamous, did you see the video? What did you think about the video? What's going on?
It's fire. Creatively, it was visually good for the mind. And at first, I had to watch it multiple times because the first time I was just worrying about the kids and him dancing. Right. But when I watched it, then I watched it multiple times, and then I saw the message behind it. It is super woke. It's visually stunning. It ain't about cars and dope and women and drugs. It's about shit that's going on in the world.
And what's crazy is that if you listen to the lyrics, that's exactly what the song is about. It's about cars, and
it is.
I mean, that's the crazy part. It's just the way it was kind of flipped on his head through.
And no, it's just the way he worded it. That's all it was.
Right.
It's just the words, the way he worded it.
Right. That was the beautiful thing about it, because he worded it like any other traditional like song that would sound like that. But the video gave like so many Easter eggs that just I didn't know about the Jim Crow, the stance. See, I was like, why is he standing like that?
Pick on my dude. I saw that. That's why I posted that. I'm like, look at them trying to pick on it. On this how guys in ATL rob people. And I think Chuck was like, yeah, go ahead. And I'm like, bro, you need to pay more closer attention. That's why I was like, I'm not gonna even go ham on dude about what he's saying, because clearly they haven't saw the video, and that's why I posted it.
Right. And yeah, that was the thing that was why the video to me was so beautiful, because the fact that I caught the very first when he did the facial expressions when he did, I said, oh, that's Uncle Ruck. You know what I'm saying? That's dude from Boondocks. Because he did that face. I was like, why is he doing the Uncle Ruck face?
It's actually a different face, but I'll explain that to you later.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. You can explain it to me later. But I looked at it from Uncle Ruck from the Boondocks. Because, you know what I'm saying? I just looked at it like that. But then there was another move that did that up, and that's when they're showing his back and he was grooving, and then he threw his hands up. He threw his arms up. Mm-hmm. And then it was and I remember it was some light-skinned dude that had American flag with him, that I guess was one of those, I guess, all right dudes or whatever. But I don't know. That shit was stupid. But when he shot the choir, and then, you know what I'm saying, we knew I knew exactly what that was. And that was, you know what I'm saying, from the kid that shot up that black church and was dancing after he killed those black people and shit. And then another thing that I've seen that I caught up on immediately was that every gun that he did, they treated the gun better than they treated the person that was dead. Yep. And you know what I'm saying, because of in the climate of the country, you know what I'm saying, well, our Second Amendment rights, our guns is way more important than the people that's anyway. Like, there was just so many things. Like, at the total end, they said that there was like you know what I'm saying, like that one movie, I forgot the name of that movie now. Where dude had the teacup and the chick was over here messing with Get Out. Like, they said that was part of Get Out. I looked at it from like a standpoint that he was just trying to get away from what as a black culture trying to get the fuck out of this situation, and while we being chased by it, while we're trying to progress, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to hold us down. All the shit with the cars, with the Cadillacs and shit like that. You seen the dude standing on the block with the 40s, kind of like, and him dance on the car. Like there was just so the Pale Rider. You know what I'm saying? That was my boy, Born to Tease, my boy from Europe. You know what I'm saying? He was the one. He said, "Did you see the Pale Rider?" And I was like, "No, I just seen the video the first time." So when I seen it the second time, I seen the Pale Rider. I seen the dude that tried to kill himself, jumped off. There was just so many Easter eggs about that video that was just so symbolic, man. This is one of the best videos I've ever seen in my entire life, with so many messages. And I would hope that anybody out there, regardless if you like hip hop or not,
it's crazy because the song is just dope. Like
it's just dope.
If you don't watch the video and you listen to the song, it's still something you can just rock to.
Yeah.
I personally like the video way more than the song. I just do.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, and that was the thing. But yeah, I got caught. Because even after he shot the church choir, because I was like, oh my God. Yeah, I said, and then that went to that beat. I started grooving against it. God damn, that beat is hot.
Make you realize what he's doing, right?
Yeah,
I think he does that.
Yeah.
You start like yo, but then he just shoot somebody. Like it trips you out a little bit. You feel guilty for even grooving.
How sensitized we are as a people, as for Americans, that we are to violence, and that is a sad state in our lives right now. And one last point before we get out of here, I got to give a big shout out to the worst governor in Oklahoma City, in Oklahoma, Mary Fallin. I do give her props for this. She vetoed a bill that was allowing anybody and everybody to have open carry. You don't even have to have a
background check and stuff.
You don't have to have any. Yeah, the Senate out, the legislators out here, these tried to send her a bill to where anybody and everybody can have a gun in their possession, open carry, without the permit, and she vetoed it. Which, thank God, because like I posted on Twitter today, like this would have been the real Red Dead. We would have been back to the old West. You know what I'm saying? There would have just been people just ready to shoot somebody just because, and just because. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, Mary Fallin. That's the one credit that I'll give you for what you did for this state, because you saved a lot of people, even cops. Because you could have had a motherfucking gun on the dashboard when a cop rolls through, but they could have had another couple of guns in the dashboard. Trust me, I know about that. And there would have been dead cops. There would have been just dead people. There would have just been people just in chaos because of nonsense, because of guns, man. Because there's just people that's just fanatics and they're just stupid.
Like now, okay, question. So, because you had me thinking about Donald Glover. My question is this: who on the panel has seen Atlanta, the TV show?
You talking about the TV show with the got to do with the alligator?
I watched
it. Have you seen? How many episodes have you seen?
I think I eat block 4.
Block 4. Did y'all see the one where he did the like the play on Michael Jackson or whatever? What was it called?
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was the most insane episode this season for me. That jump was crazy, and they tripped me out because he was playing one of the characters, which is it just let you know how big of a range this guy got.
It's very impressive. I mean, because as much as I shit on the new hip hop that's out now, that gives me hope for the future. You know what I'm saying? When I listen to J. Cole,
years old.
Like this song, right? This one he just did. This is America's probably the most mumble-ish sounding song he made.
I know. I've been listening to Gambino for like I said, it's just royalty, but it's just that I could dig it. You know what I'm saying? It has message. You know what I'm saying? You also J. Cole's latest album, Big Grit. You know what I'm saying? Those albums I
like he did that style on purpose.
Right.
Well, yeah, similar to like J. Cole.
Even with the extras he had.
Said he illustrated the video though. I mean, because you got to think about it. The person that directing the video and illustrating it is the person that actually put in the steps and say, "Hey, let's do the video with this scene and that scene, add this and drop that." You know what I'm saying? And put it over his raps.
I think he implemented a little bit of that too, because I mean, if you listen to the song of what it was, he you know what I'm saying, he's a conscious dude. So anyway, who directed it though? Do y'all know? No, I don't.
I need to know. Who it was. They were talking about it on
TV. Because then you got to get all props to the director. If he, if he came up with the concept, doesn't all go to.
I think he's the director for Atlanta, though. One of the directors.
He writes and directs.
Because the video kind of reminded me of it might have been like a promotion for Atlanta. That's what I thought it was at first until I actually watched it.
Because he writes, him and his brother write for Atlanta, and they got a couple other people that help out with that. But they have I think it's like 3 directors or something like that, and he directs himself. But
well, anyway,
right down the road.
Yeah. So anyway, let's get out of here. I just wanted to touch on that. I know it wasn't game related, but to me, that video was very impactful. Like I said, I watched that motherfucker 40 times. It was really deep. It was dope. And I hate that, like, those pro-black sites, they over there talk. They were worried about who he fucking instead, or who he had to dance off dance off with, other than the message that he's giving. Because you know what, I ain't seen people that just date black women sitting there and made a video like that. Just saying. So anyway, you know what I'm saying? Let's get on out of here. Lady Infamous, where can they find you at? What's going on? Queen of the 1,000 subs, what's up?
Man, we trying to get to 2,000 real quick.
Oh shit, you trying to surpass me. Go ahead and do that.
Oh, okay. Thanks for everybody that stopped by today, and thanks for my lovely panel. It was nice and peaceful and very informative. I really appreciate it. No grown women game night tonight, but we'll definitely be on tomorrow morning at 9:00 PST time in the morning for a Grown Women Gaming podcast. Just come check us out. And the road to E3 continues, and we got 30 days to go. And everybody have a good night.
I mean, I'm hitting that iron, man. I'm trying to get back. It ain't gonna happen though. Anyway, so Jazzy News said the first lady of the Bay. You like that? Why don't you go ahead and give yourself that?
Take it. I'll take it.
Okay. I'll say cappuccino.
No, I don't need no. I'll take first lady of the Bay all day.
Okay, I was gonna say I'm white.
Mocha monster.
I want a white chocolate latte.
No, on some real though. If y'all got coffee machines,
shot of espresso.
Just make sure I'll bring some coffee with me.
Oh, cool. That sounds delicious. I love it.
All right.
Anyway, all right. So, Delilah HD. You know what I'm saying?
_HD. Y'all know what it is. I am so glad that I got a chance to kind of be on the panel tonight. I wasn't gonna do the show today, as you everybody on the panel knows at least. But thanks everyone for rocking out with us. We do appreciate it. And like Infamous said, we will be having Grown Women Gaming podcast tomorrow, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. So check us out. It's gonna be on Lady Infamous channel. And we'll see y'all when we see y'all.
No doubt. I'm glad that you were here tonight. You know what I'm saying? Representing you, a family. You know what I'm saying? You are the original member. You are one of the original members of the GRG family. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So Livewire, where can they find you at? You know what I'm saying? Where's Ivanka? Is she asleep?
She's making noise because she having problems right now. Yeah, you can find me on next episode GRG.
Ivanka.
Her name's not Ivanka.
Ivanka. Because you are Trump. That's our Ivanka.
Oh, you stupid. Never that. But man. Yeah, just check out my channel, man. I might put some stuff up there.
What is your channel? I mean,
Livewire Gamer.
All right, Livewire
on
Gamer.
YouTube. Look it up.
Okay.
It's the same logo. I think so. Should be the same logo. Maybe. I don't know. I might have changed it by accident. You need to hit up the graphics god. You know what I'm saying? Get a little dancing cup or something. You know what I'm saying? Get some dancing shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I got a dancing bear. I need to be hitting up.
Yeah, you got to get in there.
Yeah,
I gotta have my bear grooving.
It is hot. Yeah, you got the dancing cup.
It is really hot. It's really hot. You know what I'm saying? So anyway. All right, cool. So what about you, Triple Cup? You know what I'm saying? That dude jamming, man. I like that dude, man. Where can they find you at? And your other podcasts that you do.
Yeah, man, it's your boy Triple Cup Chuck, man. You can find me tomorrow on DX show, and on Wednesday you can find me on the Vibration Podcast. We talk about Marvin DC. Well, I just want to say this one last thing before I get up out of here, man. Everybody told me this game was good, but I'm just experiencing for myself. That Sleepy Dogs, man, that game, that's the truth.
Sleeping Dogs.
I overlooked this game, dog, man. I overlooked this game, and I played it the first 5 minutes when they showed me the combat. I said, man, this game good. You know, when you put 5 minutes to a game and you just know it's gonna be good, because just the fighting combat.
Ain't play as king, man.
Wait till you get to that story, man. Wait till you get to that story.
About his sister, man. When he said something about his sister, man, I'm talking about. I was ready to throw my controller, man, choke his ass.
Hey, the wedding,
sister like that, yeah.
The wedding is fire, bro. Like,
man, don't spoil it.
Okay, my bad.
All right, I got a question for the panel. Where did that game come from? What's the history of that game?
Oh, from the Stronghold.
Nope.
Yep. Not Stranglehold.
Nope.
Nope.
Stranglehold.
True crime.
True crime. Hey, I was close. I knew it was in the same realm. I knew it was in the same realm.
It was supposed to be their Hong Kong sequel, but it got delayed and put on hiatus. And then later, when they were just like, we need to reuse the concept, and they said, well, why don't we just turn this into something else? So they rewrote the story to make it its own thing.
And that's dead. It's killed, man. Microsoft, bring that shit back, man.
That's an IP. Yeah,
that's an IP that's worth preserving. But unfortunately, Square Enix shut down the studio that made it, which was United.
Y'all didn't hear what I said?
No, what'd you say?
I said Donnie Yen is playing in the live action movie they got coming.
Yes, he is.
Oh, really?
Damn.
Because Donnie Yen is the new and like the current like master of
he was excited. He posted about it too. I gotta find it.
He posted about it on Instagram 2 months ago, back at the beginning of March, and I actually talked about that because
Stranglehold
they're doing a live action of Sleeping Dogs. He posted up. He showed on his Instagram. He showed the main character, and then he showed himself in an outfit similar to his, same background and everything, and was teasing the fact that they were doing the movie.
I have a question: is Donnie Yen Johnny Gat, right?
What? No, Donnie Yen. No, Donnie Yen is not Johnny Gat. That is
the voice character for Johnny Gat. That's not Donnie Yen.
No, that's not Donnie Yen. The voice actor for Johnny Gat is the actor from Hawaii Five-0, Daniel Day Kim.
Okay.
Yeah, Daniel Day Kim was Johnny Gat since the first game, and he was doing that. Yep.
Let me be dropping them gems, baby.
Yeah. Woo! But Donnie Yen is most known. He's one of the most notable martial artists that do movies nowadays. He was in the new Rogue One movie. He did all the Ip Man movies. Like Donnie Yen is up there. Like if you know Bruce Lee, Jet Li, Jackie Chan, Donnie Yen is one of the other top ones that are up there.
That's right.
Yeah, he's the one that trained Bruce Lee.
No,
I mean, Ip Man was the guy that was supposed to train Bruce Lee. Yeah, I'm talking about Ip Man. Yeah,
he played Ip Man, who was
Ip Man is Bruce Lee's master.
Right, Bruce Lee's master. Anyway, that shit was crazy when he fought Tyson. That was stupid. Anyway, okay, we got to get out of here, man. Where can they find you, Bloody Knuckles? Where can they find you at?
They can find me on Twitter at Bloody Knuckles. The O's are zeros, the E's are threes. They're up on my channel, Bloody Knuckles Smash Podcast, your little corner for geeky goodness and nerdy news, where we go in about topics like this, especially about a movie that we're all excited for. So head on over there and check out all of our stuff. And like I said, if you haven't seen our spoiler cast last week with so many great guests about Infinity War, please go and check it out. It's 3.5 hours that you just want to listen to.
Oh, I can't hear nobody. So anyway.
Oh, what? Oh, hell no.
Dragons.
Try it. Don't
give
even
your shout outs so we can get out of here. Because I can't hear that. I actually knocked my headset off.
But to everyone else, you can catch us here every Friday, and you can also find me on Thursday on the Saltiest Podcast with the Salty Crew.
All right, bye, everybody. Peace out.
Nope. Yep. All right, everyone. We out.
We still on.
All right.
Oh, we still on.
Yeah, everybody. outro yet.
Shit, loud.
Everybody do their outro.
We're done. We're done.
Audio's jacked up.
That's mine. Sorry.
Mute your mic, baby.
Hey, I'm trying to. Damn. I knocked mine out on accident. Okay.
Oh man.
We'll fix
All right,
it.
anyway, we out. Thank you. This is K-Baker 45. If you didn't give your shout outs, I don't give a fuck. We out. We will have another giveaway for the Patreon. We'll be giving away that new Street Fighter that'll be coming out at the end of the month. So anybody out there want to be down for the GRG Patreon, come on and join us. And join my cheap ass homeboy Bailey that only gave that $2. You know what I'm saying? Fuck him. Anyway, so thanks to everybody else that's been a part of the Patreon and all that. So Vodka, you about to get your version of the ultimate version of State of Decay here really soon. So get ready for that. So thank you guys for rocking out with us tonight. Peace. Till next week.